I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity studio. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, God. Here we are, licking our wounds. Tuesday after the 5 days of football. 5 days of football are over, and so is the Eagles' season. Oh, God. I think I woke up in a nightmare. It's bad enough that there are only 8 football games left in this season. 7 in the NFL and the college championship game on Monday night. And that's it. The final 8 teams are here. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't believe the Eagles are not a part of this thing. But let me ask you a question. Because we all have this like, oh, it's a winnable game. And it was. And, you know, this was an opportunity to defend the crown. You know, a town that hadn't won a Super Bowl up until 2017. Right? We went forever without winning. We get another one. And this was going to be our chance to be dynastic. This was going to be our moment. The Giants had a moment like that. The Cowboys had a moment like that. Washington had a moment like that. This was going to be our moment. And they went out in the first round. And in a feeble manner, they went out in the first round. Again, an offense that couldn't do anything. So I guess my question to start, and we were batting this around here, were we just kidding ourselves? Like, we talked about this offense and understanding the issues the offense has had throughout the whole season. It was more than just a moment here and a moment there. It was halves of football, entire games. It was 3 and outs. And like we saw, 10-minute, 25-yard, 10-play, 25-yard drive for a field goal. Ew. I mean, just ew on offense. And you go, all right, well, the O-line's banged up. There's a lot of O-lines banged up. It's January, all right? Go to any O-line, see if it's healthy. It's January. That can't be the excuse. And I get all the Patullo, right? Because we've been talking about Patullo, and he's going to get replaced. I mean, you see that. Like, what's going to happen is Howie will dictate to Sirianni, replace your OC, or maybe I'm going to give you an OC. McDaniel, he'll make a run for somebody to come in. So you'll get a new OC, and Sirianni will be back on the hot seat. Like, here you go, Nick. You're back on the hot seat. This is what you want. Like, here's where it goes. Now, in the meantime, everything will be blamed on Hurts. And look, he deserves a share of the blame. Not all of it. Share of the blame. So this is what we're heading into in an offseason. An offseason of great uncertainty. What are you going to do with A.J. Brown? He's got a big cap hit. You got Jalen. Like, are you really? Is he your guy going forward? Is he going to run? Right? You got to ask the question. You can't hand this thing off to Tanner. Like, what are you doing? Are you going to start trying to develop a quarterback? Is Tanner worth developing? At some point, you got to pay him. Like, we're like, are you going to pay him this year? You going to keep him around? What are you going to do there? Is Lane Johnson coming back, or is he going to retire? You got to answer that. You got to answer on defense. Who gets paid? Now, Jalen Carter's your best player, did not play well Sunday. My guess is they're petrified in giving Jalen Carter that huge dollar figure. Like, what are you going to get? If you give him the contract, what happens? What about Davis? Right? Like, Jordan Davis played great, had a great year, going to get big money. You paying him? Doesn't give you the pass rush that Jalen does, that Carter does. And then what are you going to do off the edge? You got Nolan. You got Jalix, who I think both played well. But where else? Like, what else are you doing? You're going to try to bring Phillips back? You're going to pay. You're going to let Dean walk. Campbell comes in there. And then, you're going to deal with, CB2 again. And what about Blankenship at safety? He struggled on Sunday, Reed. Not all his fault, but he's more blamed than I thought he deserved, but did not play well. So you got to deal with that. So you got, this is a question, lots and lots of questions going into this offseason. Here's my other question. Here's my other question. And then we're going to get to my main man coming up. My other question is, what are we doing besides, is this a Wentz, Doug 2.0 situation? Like, you have to answer that. There's so much uncertainty. All I can tell you is I am extremely depressed this morning. I missed the squad. I can't believe I had it in my, I swore they were at least going to Chicago. Like, this season wasn't going to end now. Like, they're going to go to Chicago. And truthfully, deep down, knowing this offense, it was going to be hard to get to another Super Bowl, get through Seattle or the Rams. But I thought for sure you get to an NFC Championship game. And now we're just spectators. Man, tells you how grateful we were for last year. VG, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, man?
I'm depressed.
I'm with you.
I hate when I love football. Love it. And I hate when the season dwindles and it's a double whammy. The 5 days of football are over, and so is the Eagles season.
Yeah, it's a bitter pill to swallow. I was more like you yesterday. I felt depressed in a funk. I'm moving more towards acceptance now, and I think you're right. I think we were fooling ourselves. We were convincing ourselves all year they were going to find an offensive identity. All year they're going to open up the playbook. All year this is going to happen eventually. And we kept waiting and waiting and waiting and hoping and betting and do whatever you do. And it just never came to fruition. And I felt foolish at the end of the day. I felt depressed because I feel like, maybe we get up against the Rams. They have the Rams number. It's like,
well, listen,
we had a shot.
We're
the NFC
always going
wasn't
to look at it
year.
from concoct a pathway back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you kidding yourself.
Home field
or whatever.
advantage. They got McVay's number.
This is, they were all legitimate angles. Look, they just unfortunately couldn't get out of their own way offensively. I mean, that was the story of the season.
Yeah.
And it remains it. It remains it going forward.
And I don't know where the hope comes from offensively. I don't. Yeah. I don't know that a new OC is going to come in here and be able to work with the limitations that everyone knows that Hurts has right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of questions for Howie. And I got to tell you, one of the great stories. I love this defense. I still think the soul of this defense is great. Mm-hmm. And the defense was a ton of fun this year. I loved it. I'm a fan of defense, and I loved watching it. And one of the great stories that we got to live throughout this whole season was the return of Brandon Graham, one of our true heroes that we love. We got to hang out with BG on his return to the Birds. My only regret is that for his sake, it didn't turn into another Super Bowl appearance. Joining us now, he'll be on Thursday for his BG Unblocked. It's BG's Breakdown, brought to us by Xfinity. Good morning, BG.
Good morning. Good morning.
Where you at, buddy? Are you outside the facility?
Yeah, like you know how I do. I'm up here just cleaning up, making sure that just it was one of them seasons, like you said, where I don't have no regrets, man. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. We did the best we could. I felt like, just a lot of stuff just caught us up in the end. But at the same time, I wouldn't have changed it for nothing, man, because I seen the guys work. It's just sometimes when you work, it don't always, pay off. But I do know it's a learning lesson in all of this, and it's gonna be some great things, coming ahead. Because I do feel like you say, the defense is going. We got Reed. We got Dean. We got some people that's leaving, but I think it's gonna be some people that can fill those voids coming in. We don't know. We don't know how he's gonna do. That's what makes it exciting about the offseason, because I really do think that we got the best front office in the front in football, and so I know that they gonna figure things out. It's just not the outcome we all wanted, of course, but I do know that they are at work right now, and I can't wait till the season's over so we can know who won, and then we can get to the 2026 season.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Listen, Howie is the best GM in football, and I do. I think he'll figure it out. A lot of questions, a lot of ways to go, but I don't want to lose this for 1 second. Before we get into the big picture, your story was a beautiful story. We got to live it with you. I'm grateful for that. Listen, everybody loves you. Everybody roots for you. And it was a lot of fun, man. The only thing sad, again, is not, I want to be talking about Chicago today. Like, you go to Chicago.
Man. Man, I felt it too, man. I felt like we had a couple of situations where Q caught them 2 interceptions, and we didn't. And penalties hurt one of them with the hold that they called on Cam, when I felt like we was about to get started on that, and then we just didn't finish. We just didn't finish the job. We gave up too many big plays on the defensive side. Normally, that's not us. They called a good game, and they made the plays when they needed to.
And it was just a couple plays.
Yeah,
it was DeMarcus
plays,
Robinson,
man,
who got loose, and then the gadget play.
Yes, man. That's what sucks, because I even feel, even with the offensive struggles, that we could have helped a little more, because of, like you say, how bottled up we had them. Like the running game,
You stopped McCaffrey. Completely shut down McCaffrey.
Yeah, man. I mean, we had some good things going, and so I just know that sometimes the ball just don't bounce your way, man. And it was a great fun season, because I felt like we worked, and them guys, they put in the effort this week. The look team gave us a great look on the runs that we was gonna see and all that stuff. I just thought that we just didn't make the many plays that we normally do. And if we did, I mean, like Q made the 2 picks, we did put ourselves in position, but we didn't take advantage of those moments where we could have went up, especially coming off coming before the half, and then coming out the half. We were supposed to get a score, and we didn't. We was getting 3, or sometimes not getting points, and
that was a killer, BG. You had a chance for a double-double, right? When you get to end the half, you get the kick, and you come away with nothing. And even there was a spot where we kicked a field goal. And I'm like, we need 7 there. The field goals don't cut it. You got to get the 7s. I mean, you see it in these games. There's a reason why these coaches go for it now.
Yeah, and penalties, for that one penalty against Reed, that one hurt the drive, and they end up scoring right there before the last drive. And, man, we got down there. It's just all the little things, man. It go from they missing the extra point, we missed the extra point. It's like, man, when we got down there and we got stalled, that's what I think that's what hurt too, having a chance to win. Got down to 4th down, and then, we didn't make it, of course, but I just felt like, man, we had so many opportunities to like you say, to get to Chicago, and then we just worry about Chicago when we got there. But it's like, I do feel like we didn't take advantage of those moments when we had the opportunity. And shout out to the 49ers because they hung in there, and
Yeah.
they made the plays in the end to get there, man. And we just let this one slip.
BG, what, from your perspective, I mean, you know the game inside and out, you know both sides of the ball. What do you think the real issue was on offense? We saw it all season long. I mean, the inconsistency, the 3 and outs. What's your assessment?
Well, you know what? I just think that if I had to assess, I would just say like we all got to continue to keep believing, man. It was too much of the outside world, speculating. And like I hear, McCoy saying what he said about Jalen. It's like, man, talk about those people, like bring it up so that we can all get things fixed. Because I don't think it's Jay. I don't think it's all Jay either. Like, it's a little bit of everybody because everybody always got stuff behind the scenes talking to other people. But it's like, as men, we need to make sure that we bring it to the organization and talking to the organization so that we all could be heard, so that we can get things fixed. Because I don't like feeling like this. I know you don't like feeling like this. The fans don't like feeling like this. The team doesn't like feeling like this. And so, well, when he do digging or whatever he said he's digging, it's like, man, just like talk to the people that can actually get it fixed. He can't help us. He can only talk about us. You know what I'm saying? And so I just know that a little bit of that, like, just trying to make sure if we do have any issues or anything that comes up, let's keep it in. Like let's try to do something about it other than, going behind, talking about people, doing all that little stuff, man, because that stuff is not good for. And I'm not saying it was everybody, but it's just everybody had their opinions. And if you got an opinion, speak up and talk, because that's the only way it's gonna get fixed. Us as men, we need to make sure that we always address that and do that, because I'm all about, like, we all about fixing. And as fixers, as men, let's fix it. Other than talking about it and not doing, and nothing's actually happening. Because, man, that's where I feel that's what I've learned this year. Like, man, like let's start putting stuff at the forefront, man, so that we can get things. You can get stuff. You can get what you're looking for if you just open your mouth. And so that's where I felt we could do a lot better, because it was a lot of that this year, man. A lot of people speculating, and of course, some of it was, you can tell that somebody said something on something, what I'm saying, on some
Yeah.
stuff. And it's just like, that ain't what you need, if you're trying to build, a championship caliber team, because, it's always going to be stuff that come up. But us as fixers, that's what we go to practice for. That's what we go into meetings for. That's what we going to work for, to be able to fix things. And let the fans do what they going to do. They going to root. They going to be there for us on Sunday. But let's make sure we got our stuff together always, and staying together, during the adversity, because obviously we did put ourselves in a great position, losing those 3 straight that we did, and then coming back and finishing stronger, as we win. We didn't get the first round bye or nothing like that, but it's like, man, I felt like we was pushing. But I just say, man, just keep the belief, through it all, because that's the only thing that's gonna help us, instead of going against what it is that you might not believe in fully. It's like, man, if we all on the same page, we would definitely get there, man. And that's one thing I would say. Let's just stay on the same page. That was one thing I outlined, as I watched things unfold.
Did you talk to Jay? Did you talk to AJ? Did you got
Oh yeah, I dapped up all the guys after, man. Like, it was showing love, and we don't want this feeling for next year. You know what I'm saying? And like, I want them guys to continue to grow, continue to keep being better together, because that's the only way we do this. That's the only way it works. If we all on the same page, even if we don't have the right people sometimes, like, why can't they learn from you? Since you've been there, you got experience. Like, that's where I be at. Like, you're not gonna always have a perfect, like, Ben Johnson as a play caller. If KP needed help, let's help him. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't feel that he was the best, or whatever it is, like, however people, like, whatever people was talking about, us internally just got to make sure we help each other, because if we win, we all win, and we all look good. And I just feel like that's where we got to continue to keep making sure that we don't let that stuff affect us, because I can tell just a little bit, just like even during the ups and downs of the season before I even got there, it's like, oh, he passing it now, he just getting the ball to AJ, they force feeding him, they doing this. It's like, no, play the game, spread it out. We got so many different weapons. Goddard, you got Saquon, you got
Devontae.
Devontae, all them guys that can do the job. And it's just all about just calling your game the way you call it, and then just sticking with what you do, because that's the way I want to go out. I want to go out being me. I want to go out knowing that I've learned from other guys during times where I didn't have an answer, and maybe somebody do. But I hope that people don't hold back. Talk about it, get it out there, so that we can know what's because it's a lot at stake, man. That ring would have been so sweet this year. It definitely would have been able to go and get there, because I felt like we had the team, we had the defense for sure that could help put the offense in great position. And I just thought that it just kind of caught up to us in the end, especially with us, making uncharacteristic like mistakes, leaving people open and stuff like that. Normally we don't do that, and so it was just a little bit of everything. But I do know that every lesson is it's a lot of lessons in losing, and it's not, you ain't losing. It's just more of a lesson that we have to make sure that we get ready for, so that next year we can get stronger. Because I feel like that's what we've always done. We lose like 23, then we come back 24, and it was, man, spectacular. And so I feel like this was one of those where I felt like it could have been a back-to-back, but it was some stuff in there that we just still had to learn. And I really feel like we got that message, and it's gonna happen next year.
Yeah, I kept hearing from a lot of guys the word confidence. That the confidence. Like, you remember last year, you had swag, man. You had great confidence. And that was probably the biggest missing ingredient this year. That confidence, especially on offense, and the swag just wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we was building, because, I mean, when you see us in practice, you be like, man, the energy, our defense, we feeding off each other, we doing it,
So I
especially
think
in
you
the
had it on that
lyrics.
side of the ball, but the other
Man,
side, it's hard, man. Like, if you're sputtering and you're going through those spells of 3 and outs and the whole thing, it's hard to have confidence, right? Like, it's human nature. On defense, you guys had swag. Like, you guys had confidence, right? Everybody has their role. Like, you saw it. It's the other side of the ball, and it's a shame, because I think it's, and it's when things don't kind of go smoothly, confidence the first thing to go.
That's the first thing, like you said, and then you start questioning. And I just knew that, I thought we was gonna get over that hump. I just knew it. I knew we was gonna get over that hump. I'm like, man, come on, baby.
Yeah.
Like, defense is out here, like you said, confident. We was, like, man, we gonna put the offense in a great position. We gonna do this. We gonna defense win championships, all that stuff. And we just came up short, man. That's how I say. Like, we played against a good 49ers team. No matter if they banged up or not, they well coached. Those boys play hard, and I can just say that they wanted it. They wanted to get there. They trying to be on a mission too. Because in 23, they lost in the Super Bowl too to the Chiefs, and they want to lick their chops and trying to get back too. So we knew it was gonna be tough them coming in. But I really did feel like we had that game, and we just didn't take advantage.
How hard is it to repeat, and when you think about it now, looking back, was there a pressure? Like, how deep was the pressure? Was the pressure more last year trying to get another one, or was the pressure more this year trying to defend it?
I think it's always hard to defend, because everybody is coming for you. Everybody is going to give you their best. I mean, Saquon ran for 2,000 yards last year, and this year they like, that ain't happening on our watch. If anything, we going to load the box, and they going to have to beat us deep, or whatever. But I just felt like those guys, it's hard to defend. It's really hard. But it wasn't no pressure. I just thought that we made it more pressure when people started talking outside of, like, is KP the guy for this, or is this
Right.
that? And then we got to continue to keep defending and making sure that we believe in behind closed doors. And I just thought that it was too up and down with that instead of just, hey man, we ain't worried about that. KP is our guy. He is the guy calling the plays. He gonna make it happen. And I just know that that was where it was kind of gray, and it was kind of like where we should have been a little more stern on that with that, because it don't matter what other people say, no matter what the outside noise say. We all get paid to do a job, and they was just doing their job off what they seen, and we just got to make sure we do our job off what we do and what we see inside, and handle our business just like every other team. So I just know that but next year I know that Howie and them gonna clean up some things, and we gonna but it was always hard to repeat. It's always hard to repeat, and I can understand it, because we really didn't have any long breaks like you normally do when you don't make the playoffs and stuff like that, which is, we don't care. I mean, we're gonna grind, but like, it is hard to repeat.
You know, I
Definitely hard to
saw
repeat.
almost with Kansas City, talking to those guys, there was almost a relief this year that there was like a January off. I mean, sometimes you need to take a step back. I mean, you say it. Sounds weird
but
to people.
This one hurt. This one hurt because we really had all our guys back. I hate that Lane didn't get a chance to get in there. You know what I'm saying? But I understood that Liz Frank is nothing to play with. I never had it, but I can only imagine something at the top of my foot. That's the part where you got to bend and you got to be able to get low, and us as being older guys, you need your bend, you need your knee bend and all that. And
Sure.
I know that Lane is a warrior, and he would have loved to have been out there to help the team. But I know that we just got to sit back and watch the 76ers, man. 76ers, let's go, baby. This might be that year that it's their turn.
It could be. It could be, buddy. It could be.
For real.
What
That's where I'm at
about
right
you?
now.
What about you? Like, do you keep it next year open as an option?
You know what, man? I've been talking to wifey, and I just want to honestly just really sit back and just take my time on like what it is that's outside of football, and what I'm doing. Who am I? Because I know I got so many different opportunities, and I want to step into a lot of stuff just to get uncomfortable a little bit. I'm always gonna keep that window open. I want to see how they do. And I just know that, man, I was just getting in my groove too, just feeling good.
I know.
Too.
Well, that's why I ask you, because
I know
you played well. Like you played in. They moved you inside. You flourished there. Like you became really good situational player.
Yeah, and so that's where I'm at, man. I'm gonna see what the team does and how they do. Of course, I'm gonna stay working just for health reasons, making sure that I'm good and doing my thing and looking good. But I'm gonna leave that.
Smelling good.
To the organ. Yeah, all that good stuff, man, and really, really enjoying just being with my family, and then we're gonna make that decision when it comes.
Well, listen,
but
you
I
also
know that,
got your job here that you got to worry about.
right.
PHLY.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. All that good stuff.
I might need you to be
going.
an executive here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey.
if I get you an office, you know what I mean, Mr. Graham.
I love it, man. That'll be my whole little thing, and so that's where I'm at. Like right now, I got some cool little things going. Like you said, being in there with y'all, just building. And I know that this gonna come to an end one of these days anyway. If it's this year or next year, whatever it is, I just know that for me, I'm just self-checking myself on, man, who are you as Brandon Graham, and what is my purpose, on this earth? Because I do know that I got a lot to offer, just young kids and young people, and just wanted to make sure some of my experiences I'm able to help someone along the way, if it's on the field or off the field, whatever it is. But that's where I'm at right now, man, because this one stung me a little bit, because I know we was way better than what we put out, especially even on the offensive side. But like if I had anything to say on anything, it's like, man, I hope everybody learns from this one. And when we do have stuff that goes on and it's not right, it takes everybody to make sure that you are working together, even if it's somebody that you don't think is supposed to be where he's supposed to be or wherever. It don't matter. It's about us helping each other and getting each other to that place, because one day you're going to be in that position and being a coordinator or a head coach, whatever it is, and you're going to hope that you got people there to help you along the way. And so that's where I'm at with it, man. I'm excited for the Eagles organization and where they're going to go, because, I mean, one thing I do know, when adversity hit, man, they always respond in a way. And it's big adversity right now. A lot of people ain't happy with us, with the Eagles, but I know they ride with us, and I know they're going to die with us. But we just got to get this feeling up out of, get this feeling, to settle down a little bit first. But I can't wait to see where we go.
Yeah, it's too fresh. The wound is still fresh. My brother, we love you. Listen, Thursday, a special edition of BG Unblocked Live. It'll be Thursday at 11. So, you want to make sure everybody's tuning in to watch BG Unblocked Live on Thursday right here on PHLY.
Let's go, baby. Go Birds, y'all. Hey.
Go Birds,
it's gonna
brother.
be cool. We're going to be good, baby.
You got it,
we gonna
baby.
be good.
Love you, brother.
Love you, too.
You're the man. BG Unblocked.
I'll tell you, it sounds like this KP stuff's been creeping in through the locker room for a while.
Yeah, well, let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. We'll discuss. Oh, man. Let's talk about our friends, shall we? Let's talk about Parks. Let's talk about Parks Casino, Street Road Ben Salem, and home of the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. What do we got for the champion? It's all set. Bills Broncos Saturday, Niners Seahawks Saturday night, Sunday Texans Patriots, and 6:30 Sunday night Rams and Bears. Oh, it should have been Eagles and Bears Sunday night.
Rams -4.
Rams are -4?
Yes.
You know what? That Bear team, they got some magic.
Seahawks -7.5.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll take Seattle every day against that slop team. All right, that beat us.
Slop team.
That beat us. What's Houston, New England? That's an interesting game.
Patriots -2.5.
That Texans defense is the truth.
Over under 41.
It is the truth, man. That Texans defense. Anyway, Bet Parks Sportsbook online casino app. You're going to be 21. You're going to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetParks.com. Every day, I stop and get my Wawa coffee. It's my favorite place. It's like 15 minutes where I see people, neighbors. Everybody's got a local Wawa. It's the way to start your day. It's also the way to fuel your day. How about this breakfast deal? The $5 big breakfast deal. Sizzly, any size hot or iced coffee, and a hash brown for a Finsky. That's right. All that for $5. It's available every morning, 5 to 11 Eastern time, right? So during breakfast hours.
Yeah.
You can't beat it, all right? Again, you get any Sizzly, any size hot or iced coffee, and a hash brown, all for $5. Quick, easy, filling breakfast. Fits right into your morning routine. Limited time, available. Again, 5 to 11 every morning. You got to have Wawa. That's right. You got to have Wawa, our favorite. There you go. Cheers, everybody. So what'd you make of BG?
Yeah, I feel like they heard the Patullo frustration of the city and everybody, and it was a thing. And it makes me more irritated with Nick. Here's why. Because
Ooh, all right.
no, like you're going
He's
in.
putting
Like,
the hat-
it
he's-
seems like
he's putting the hat down.
everybody
Let's go.
knew this was an issue, and you're going into a playoff game with it as an issue, and you're finishing up the season with an issue, and you're a head coach who's on the offensive side of the ball. You do a Dan Campbell and say, I'm taking over play calls. I may stink and I may not be good, but I'm going to do something about this instead of just watching the Titanic sink. And Nick's like, well, I'll help out a little bit instead of saying, yo, I'm taking over. It's my bad. This is my ship. Let's go. And
Well,
Nick should have done something.
Listen, welcome to my world.
I know.
I've been saying this.
I know.
And this is my biggest problem with him as a head coach. Like yesterday, I was like Colonel Jessup on the stand.
Yeah.
All right? Because Garofalo got me all, freaked out.
You were angry coming in, dude.
Oh, it was nasty. And then Mikey G, I was in a bad mood, right? And I was irritated at what I saw. And then Mikey G was poking me. And I was like, Jessup.
Mikey G calls you. And
Right.
starts like,
I didn't call Mikey G. Mikey G calls me, right, to argue with me. And so I become like Jessup. Yeah, you're right. I wanted the code right.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I want to fire him. Do you want to fire him? Yes, I do. I want him replaced. That was me yesterday on the stand. I was Jessup. But it's something that has bothered me about Nick this whole time. I don't think he's a dumb guy. I don't think he's a bad coach. All that stuff. Same way Doug. I think Doug had a lot of great things he did as a coach. Right? I think both of them aren't the X and O brain football guy. Neither of those two are that guy. And I think you need that. At least at some point you're going to need it.
Yes.
And then it runs its course. Like how many OCs are you going to cycle through?
Well, the one thing I will give Doug is that when they gathered and they called trick play, he's like, yeah, let's do it. These three gather at the end and they call the same play they've called the whole game. They don't try any trick plays.
Three Stooges.
And Nick is a very chesty guy with fans and acts like he's a tough guy. But they played scared this year. He called scared. And when he should have taken over, he was too scared to get the responsibility to be like, I'm going to be the OC for the last month.
I don't think he can do it.
So what? Neither can Dan Campbell. He wasn't much better. But
Dan
you
Campbell's
do
got
it.
the confidence to
You
do
gotta
it.
try it.
Dude, I agree with you. So,
Yeah.
I said that from the jump. I just don't think he can do it.
But
I don't think
you gotta try.
Because here's the thing. I heard about that last play, right? Like the last play is what it is. Like, I think that they were trying to figure out what to call, right? And while Nick Foles goes, let's run Philly, and Doug's like, all right,
Right.
He
still said, all right, let's go.
But nobody has like Shanahan or McVay, we're going to run, wiggle left.
Yeah.
There's none of that. There was no, hey, let's run, I don't know, Joker, which could be like 4 verts, which you've run 17 times because nobody's got an answer.
No.
Like, if nobody has an answer. So my issue with Nick is, which was what I've been saying, and what you're saying this morning, is like, dude, you got to be able to do that. Like, in this day and age, it's great you're a CEO coach, and players want to play for you, and I think they like you, and, you're buttoned up in certain areas. That's all good. That makes you, I don't know if you're John Harbaugh, who's that seasoned. People go, what's the difference? Well, John Harbaugh's been doing it for 20 years and being successful at it, right? Like, there's a degree. Go look at the coaches who have won Super Bowls. They're all older guys, except for what? McVay
won one early.
right? Who's a wonderkin. And Nick won, which, again.
Tomlin
last
won
year.
early, I think, right? He was pretty young.
You got to go back into the early,
Yeah.
mid 2000, the early 2000s.
But that wasn't his team.
But the thing was, like, when you're hearing, all right, so
So my point is, like, the older guys seem
Yeah.
to, you got to have, I don't know about Nick. Howie may have to go the Carson Doug 2.0 route. Now, I don't think he's going to do it this year,
yeah.
but he may have to.
It's a real leadership issue because, it's telling what we heard today. Like, the KP thing's an issue. Well, put an issue to it, end it. I'm taking over. We're struggling. He's going to go back to doing what he did. I'm taking over, and we'll ride this out.
Because he's the first to tell you it's his offense.
Right.
Even last year when he was talking about earlier, well, You know, I heard a million sound bites. Well, you know, this is my offense. It's Kellen's calling plays in my offense, my philosophies, my design. Well, if this is your offense, it blows. I mean, I'm sorry. It's not good.
Terrible.
It's not a good.
It's a laughing stock nationally.
But it's never been a good offense. Even in 22, when Steichen was running it and it was at its best, it was born off of RPOs, right? And Jalen ran.
Yep.
I don't know if it's Jalen who doesn't want to run anymore, you know, because everybody will be quick to tell you that, you know, not in love with running and taking a lot of hits anymore. I don't know. He said he'll do whatever he has to do. All I know is Sunday, when the time called for it, I saw ends that were crashing. No, Jalen didn't run. If he's not going to run, he's not going to be good.
He's a very ordinary quarterback, and I don't know any OC that can come in here with those limitations that he has without running.
It's like
succeed.
Steph Curry going, I'm not going to shoot threes. I'm just going to shoot twos.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, look at the quarterbacks. Herbert, they set a record for quarterback hits in that game, right? He ran constantly. Drake May ran. Purdy ran. Caleb ran. I mean, they all did. Bryce Young ran. Josh Allen ran.
I mean, it's the position.
Trevor
right
Lawrence ran. You got to run. You got to run a few times a game. Why weren't those plays called? I think I saw one that was called.
I don't remember any.
I thought there was
runs.
one. I thought it was a quarterback draw. But regardless,
even if it is one,
like that's got to be a part of it. He's got to go off the edge.
You're not we're not dopes. I mean, you talk to defensive coordinators in the league, and they tell you when he runs, he's tough to defend.
Oh, dude,
when he doesn't run,
I remember talking to Spags before 20 and 22 when they played them in the Super Bowl. Before that, and then after that, right? And I remember him saying, dude, he's a handful. He's a handful. Like the run thing had them, you know, of course, last year and all. Yeah. But go back to 22 when he was really running and why that offense worked. He was a handful. I remember Spag, we were deep diving into the whole thing. And he's like, dude, you don't understand, man. Like trying to stop him, it's not like you could just spy him. He's a handful. He said it over and over again. So if you're going to take that way his game that way, you got to lean into it.
I mean, you're seeing it's easy to defend. That Niners team was a college team basically out there on defense.
I mean, listen, Salah, Robert Saleh did a great job.
He did.
He did called a great game.
Yeah.
There were guys in the corner. They picked up guys off the corner to play that game. I mean, Kendrick Perkins, the way that he played in that game, I mean, come on.
Michael Kendricks?
Or Michael Kendricks, yeah.
Oh, big
Kendrick Perkins. Michael Kendricks. The way he played in that game, I mean, it was like ridiculous. I mean,
I slowed down. Like that last call, I just slowed it down frame by frame today. When Hurts is when he's cocking his arm back to throw, Goddard's already double teamed. He doesn't see the linebacker, so he's throwing a triple team, but he's already made a decision on a double team to throw it. If I'm going to take a shot, AJ's one-on-one on the outside.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
Play.
No, but that's a terrible decision. When the season's on the line, you're throwing in, you know it's double coverage already.
By the way, Eric Kendricks, I don't know what's Michael.
Michael Kendricks.
I was our.
We got Kendricks all over the place.
The Angry Bird. The Angry Bird.
Yeah.
Whoever that guy is.
Kyle Kendricks.
It's Kendricks. Kyle Kendricks, yeah. Or Kyle Korver. We can go all day.
We're all over the place.
I mean, the last play was 4th and 11 is a prayer. The problem was before that. Like, if Devontae's got to catch it, there was numerous things. Like, the 4th down play was just apropos of the season. It was like, unfortunately, the perfect bow to end the misery that was the year. It wasn't all misery. I mean, there was a lot of fun. There was a lot of good stuff. But ultimately,
it felt like offensive misery.
It did. It did.
The defense was that's what's like gutting. Is like the defense was so good, so much fun. Like just had to be a half decent offense, an average offense, and they would have been successful.
So to get back to the big picture, what does Howie do? Does Howie go nuclear? Which I don't think he does.
The part of me, the part of me that wants that.
But that is the Doug Wentz 2.0. You got cap issues everywhere, right? Like, you got cap issues. The thing about Nick, and you brought this up, and what is really tough to reconcile is you're going to do this, you're going to be on the OC train, and it just stops and starts and stops and starts.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
It's the McLean piece. He called it the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Up and down. It's going to be every year. If the OC successful, they're gone. We start over again.
It's why, and people go, Kevin Stefanski, he was coach of the year twice. Like, the guy knows how to coach, and he's an offensive guy.
Listen, did Bill Belichick coach the Browns and have no success? I mean, the Browns is where no one has success.
Quarterbacks.
Look at his quarterbacks.
Yeah, nobody.
Dog water. All of them.
They've had like 30 quarterbacks in the last 20 years.
I mean, that's my argument.
Yeah.
And I remember, and I talked to Flacco about Stefanski, and you want to hear about glowing words, one of the brightest dudes you ever want to meet. So, listen, that would be my guy if they were going to make a change. Are they going to make a change? The question that you got to answer yourself is this. It's not about the past. Whatever happened, it's about whether you believe that this staff can affect the future and can win. Now, obviously, the defensive side is all yes.
We're done. Good. Locked.
Right.
We're solid.
But the question you got to ask is, can Nick be the guy to lead them back in an uncertain future? Is he that kind of coach that can get you back? I mean, truthfully, I don't know. I have my doubts because of the X and O stuff, like behind the scenes stuff. I think he passes. It's weird. There's a lot of nuance. The sideline histrionics. The Big Dom's got to calm him down. Joel and fans.
Well, Marcus Hayes did a whole piece today about Nick had a terrible year. Started off with Spitgate and ended up with him arguing with A.J. Brown, and he had to have the owner had to quell A.J. Brown during the season. He's yapping at Bills fans. Did not have a good season himself.
And it's weird because last year it started really rocky. He was about to get fired. And I keep pointing this out. I don't think people realize how close he was to being fired. I mean, they were actually talking about when to do it, when to drop the axe. And he was fortunate they kept winning. And it got a little better incrementally. Now, what happened? Cooper happened. Quinion happened. And then the lean into Barkley happened.
Yeah.
That's what saved him. There was still
covered up a lot of blemishes.
He, cut the hair. He was
you have Dore, which is Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, and some new offense coordinator, or Dore B, which is a new head coach, new offense coordinator, new quarterback. With this defense, I may take Dore B right now because I don't have much hope with Nick, Jalen Hurts, and another offense coordinator.
But that's a tough door to go through. I mean,
it is. Well, it's an uncertain door.
Yeah, but we
were talking off air, there's not a tree you can pick these guys off of.
Their offense stunk this year. It was brutal.
Well, you got to ask,
can it be worse? Can it be worse with Dore B? I don't know.
But I think people are kidding themselves in this sense because I see it a lot with social. Nick's fine. It's just Patullo. No, it's not just Patullo. You're not paying attention. If you think it's just Patullo, you're not.
Because
you're
not paying attention.
Last year, with Kellen Moore, a seasoned, proven play caller, they still had it took a superhuman offensive line and Saquon to make that offense look good. They still had 3-and-out spells. Their passing game still was not good.
27th in passing. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to take a shot, I think. I trust the defense that much right now. Like their offense stunk, and they were competitive. They won 12 games
What do
this
you
year.
do with Carter? Are you paying him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to invest your money in that
Now, that's going to be its own roller coaster. Yes.
You're going to be investing your money into that defense more so than the offense. I mean, you have to. That's your key to success.
You need a tackle. You need a tight end. You got to figure out what you're going to do at receiver.
You may need a guard. You may probably need 2 tight ends. You need a blocking tight end and a catching tight end.
I mean, there's a lot of questions here, brother. Again,
what do you do with Jalen Phillips? Do you keep him?
I mean, how much money are you going to spend on defense? That's something.
You can't keep Nakobe Dean.
Reed's going to go because you're not going to pay him, and Nakobe's going to go. I mean, BG said that just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
So you got to figure it out. What about Davis? He wants a contract. You're going to play Carter and Davis?
Yeah. I don't know. I think you have to.
I think that they're going to be petrified to give Jalen that money, to give Jalen Carter that kind of contract.
Sure. Well,
he's going to get a lot of money, and there's going to be like, can you do it? He's a great player when he plays.
Right.
He's a wild card.
I don't think you can't let him walk and then have to face him.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I love the kid.
That could bite you in the butt.
I feel the kid.
I mean, I have lots of clauses on outs.
Well, listen.
If he goes skydiving or racing a motorbike.
You don't have to worry about that. He may do other things, but not that. I love the kid, and I want him here. He's a game wrecker, but his head's got to be right. And I can see why they would have trepidation. I think ultimately you got to do it, but it's you're going to be queasy doing it.
I mean, there's a player out there that you could look at, Max Crosby, who's going to want out. I mean, that's an opportunity. That's
you got to pay. Who you pay? You can't pay him.
How old's he at this point?
Yeah, Max still has big time left, but you got to pay your own guys. You're not going to go free agent shopping, and they've changed their structure where they were paying the signing bonuses in cash. They're not doing that.
Yeah,
that was one of the reasons why Howie was able to manipulate the cap.
And I love Yam in the chat. I mean, he's like, they need a play caller against Stefanski or McDaniel. None of those guys are going to come in to play calls under Nick and Nick's offense.
No.
They're just not going to do it. You're not going to get a seasoned guy like that.
No, they're all going to look for head coaching gigs.
Yeah, or bring in their own total offense.
Yeah, they're not.
And then at that point, what's Nick going to do?
Kevin's going to get a job.
Yes.
He's already there.
McDaniel's got 4 interviews already lined up.
He interviewed with the Browns.
Right. I mean, you got a bunch of openings and not that many people. I mean, I don't think there's not a lot of guys out there, play callers.
No.
I mean, I think Monken goes with Harbaugh.
Monken can be great here, I feel like. But yeah, I don't think he's going to leave Harbaugh. Why would he? For another OC job?
Right.
Just go with the guy you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, it's
They're
why.
in a real bind offensively right now. Like, I don't know who this magic play caller is going to come in and just.
But it's not even okay, so I get the magic play caller. I got Saquon another year older.
Yeah.
I got an O-line now suddenly in flux. I got to deal with the AJ issue. I don't know what's AJ doing. Is he back? Is he not back?
You got a quarterback who doesn't want to run.
I mean, it's a lot of questions. All right.
I would love a Daboll. Daboll's name comes up.
We got to take a quick TO. We got Baldy on the horizon.
Talk us off the ledge, Baldy.
And after Baldy, we got Bob Nightengale, baseball writer from USA Today. Now, yesterday, the Phillies met with Bo Bichette. And John Heyman, another guy I used to work with up in New York, John said it went very well. Now,
I can't take this right now.
All signs, they all lead to Bichette.
I can't be let down.
Signing here, and I agree with you.
Mentally, I can't do it.
It's the point where,
please, Mr. Middleton,
it has to get done now. Like it will sap all the joy out of my season if it's not done. I think if you get Bichette. Let's go. 1 of 162. We take the pledge.
You.
There are years with the Phillies where I'll ask people to take the pledge. I've done it, I think we started in 06.
I remember these.
Remember these two?
Yeah.
And the pledge was you have to watch at least a couple innings of every game. And could you do 162? And I had people take,
Just a piece. You don't have to do 9 innings, right?
No. Just a piece.
Check in.
Couple innings.
Yeah.
Right? So I would say, hey, let's do the pledge. Take the pledge. And we would have this, we would do it. And certain years you go, no pledge. It's not a pledge year. You get Bichette, it's a pledge year.
Oh, yeah.
Because it fixes the lineup.
Yes.
There's balance. There's speed, power. There's Bryce protection.
Yes. And then I just got a little bit of hope with Garcia. I don't have to rely on him having a big year.
Yeah.
Just like Adolis. Come on.
I like Adolis.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a 50-50. I don't want to have the whole season rely on him.
I get Bichette. It's just the lineup. It works. Because now Garcia can hit 5th.
Right.
Behind Schwarber.
Yes.
Right?
Second base?
Man.
That's the only question is where does he play?
Third.
Plays third?
He plays third.
I still like my
You
idea
move Bohm.
the best.
Stop, play second still. He bats 9th. I like it.
I like Trey in center field. I like keeping Bohm. Bohm's a good 7-hitter. Bohm in the 7th hole, he's nice.
Time to go.
Time to go. $9 million.
I feel you, but it's time to go. I mean, they got to change that. I hear you. I would do that. I like the idea.
I think it settles so many questions.
But I think they're going to look to move him.
The Dodgers are a suitor though for Bichette. If the evil
Dodgers
empire
get him, I will be livid, completely livid. All right, forget about it. It'll ruin my whole season. We can't take any more disappointment. Let's take care of some business, shall we? Let's do a little bit of. Hey, you want Jalen Hurts returning punt Sunday against San Francisco? Of course not. It's ridiculous. Not worth the risk, the time, the money. Keep your stars focused on doing what they do best. Same goes for business. Enter Togo. You don't want your top people buried in operations, tedious, time-consuming, redundant activities that wear the team down. Togo can help any business looking to reduce operating costs, become more efficient, unlock more time for the best people. Every engagement starts with free process mapping and engineering. No cost, no commitment. We don't bill a dime until the real work begins. And with programs starting as low as $1,000 a month, you're not going to break the bank. Each Togo program includes dedicated staff, custom automations, US-based process engineers who act as your quarterback, giving you complete control, total transparency, and instant efficiency. At Togo, they turn your playbook into performance. You call the plays, we execute. Visit harnesstogo.com. Scale smarter, work faster, stay focused on winning. Right? We got a weekend of NFL playoffs. Oh my. Make sure you got your Xfinity set up in order. Call today. If you're not in order, you got to get to Xfinity today. The setup is next level. You got to check it out. It's unbelievable. It's the only thing I have that I love is my Xfinity setup. I got next level watching. I got Series 4K, enhanced sound. I mean, you name it. It's such a great place. And because I watch all this stuff and I love all this stuff, there's nothing better than Xfinity. You got it all. There's no annual contracts, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment is included. Take it from me, a lot can change in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi should stay reliable. Learn more, Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. All right, thank you, yeah. My 5 days of football are over. It's so much better. What we experience, 10 times better than the first round of the tournament.
Get out of here, bonkers.
It was.
You're bonkers.
And I'm not alone. The brain. I asked the brain this question. He went, Anthony, that's a rhetorical question.
Yeah, here.
You guys just don't
I was there. I witnessed.
I even said, right?
Andrew,
I witnessed.
There's my witness. Andrew's my witness for VG.
Right, fine. You and Brain like it better. You guys have no friends. Just sit alone and watch football games.
Man, you can't say.
SCA, I'm out with like 12, 15 friends. We spend 12 hours for 4 days a week.
I know, you're at the bar. You're at the
don't
bar.
hate. Don't be jealous and hate it.
You're
sorry.
at the pub.
Sorry.
Every one of those games.
Sorry.
Here's the thing.
We got 5 games at once on.
The game.
You come out with us. We got every game on. As soon as it ends, they're clicking up another games. Bo at O'Neill's greatest.
Every one of those games this past weekend was phenomenal. From college to professional, every single game was
but you're going to compare a
outrageous.
Thursday night with 3 hours of football versus a Thursday of 12 hours of college basketball with day
that Bills
drinking.
Jags game.
It's Thursday. It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's all day Saturday. It's all day Sunday.
Yeah.
It's Monday night.
Yeah, nice.
All right.
We're all day Thursday,
And
all day
the
Friday.
games were so
all day Saturday.
Perfect.
Got my first beer
That
in
Bills
my hand
Jags
by
game
12:30.
was so good.
Dude,
First beer 12:30. Bets are placed. Bet Park's fired up on the app.
You might as well go watch Premier League, and you can do that every day.
Nah,
That's what you do.
stop. You sound crazy.
Wow, that's not crazy.
Listen,
Premier League's not crazy.
Well,
I mean, 5 days of football were
It's very
incredible.
It was great.
The games
It was
were
great.
awesome. Thursday night, the fourth quarter between Ole Miss and Miami was ridiculous.
Really good.
We watched an epic performance by Indiana on Friday night.
Winning it all.
On Saturday, we had, what was the first game Saturday?
Yeah, that's how great it was. You don't even
Shut
remember.
up. I'm just
I
trying
don't
to
even
think about
remember
it.
how great it was.
What was the first game? Saturday was...
What was the first game on
Yeah, look at
Saturday
you guys.
night was Green Bay. Oh, the Rams, Carolina.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep.
Rams, Carolina was amazing. It was. We all thought the Rams were going to roll, and the game was awesome. Saturday night, what?
That Bears comeback?
Ridiculous. That Packers, it was amazing. The Bills, Jaguars, awesome. Fantastic.
That was an all right game.
No,
it was
that game
more
was
than all
good,
right.
man.
It was fantastic. Eagles, San Fran.
Sucked.
New England was awesome.
That was a
It was
snooze
good.
fest.
No,
That
it was
game.
snooze. Only
That
a
game was
non-football
snooze fest.
guy
The only
would
people
say
who
that.
liked it was the anti-Herbert haters because you're getting smacked around.
And how about that Texans? Not watching it. It was great theater. The game didn't get out of hand until the end of the game.
I also said, I texted my buddy from Pittsburgh. I was like, oh, you in a funk like I am? He's like, nah, I don't think we really had a chance this year.
No, they didn't. They didn't. All right, we have Baldy.
Not yet.
All right, because Baldy's coming up. I'm not going to say, hey, what's better.
But no, of course, I don't even know if he knows what March Madness is. He's busy watching tape by that so long.
I love March Madness, but the 5 days of football, it's just better. It's just better, man. It's like there's nothing better than that. This season, it's a killer because we wait and wait. I can see it. Like, this is the worst time of the year because we're going to dwindle, and then it's going to be Super Bowl parties,
Yeah, you hate anything fun.
Right?
Anything fun with sports you hate.
And then it's going to be, all right, that's why we need Bichette because it'll be like spring training, all right.
Yeah.
Yo, Flyers and Sixers. Sixers could help. Flyers could help, right? But you got a long wait.
It is too long of a
It's
wait.
a long wait, man.
The Sixers put up 80 in the first half last night.
I know. PG's playing well.
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it.
He's playing well.
Just his whole
He's playing good
attitude.
ball,
Yes.
man. He's playing good ball.
Yeah, the kid. I mean, kids are hitting threes. Maxie's threes are ridiculous. And now VJ,
Dude,
VJ was
Maxey
5 of 6 at one point last night from
is-
3.
Maxie's what?
His first quarter.
Is
What, he had
he
36 points in the first
unbelievable?
quarter last night?
You know?
It's nuts last night.
I'm going to text Baldy.
Nice here. We got him.
Oh, we got him?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now, joining us on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, the legend, Baldy.
Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Baldy. Oh, he likes meats and football.
Oh, Baldy. There he is. Good morning, legend.
Good morning, cuz. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
It's a sad day.
You got yeah, it's sad, but honestly, it was so painful to watch. Like, who wants to watch more of that? Honestly, well, you want to win another game and watch that again?
I do. I mean, I want to watch. I want to be in
kind of,
Chicago.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Look, Honestly, like I felt like it was Groundhog Day all year. They could not get this thing right. They just couldn't get it right, folks.
Yeah.
You watch. I mean, look, Aaron Rodgers had nowhere to go. It's one thing you're playing against Houston. Houston's legit. That defense, they don't give you room to breathe. Period. Like you complete a pass against them, you're happy. The 49ers are walking out Garrett Wallow. Okay, he hasn't started a game since 2021, and Eric Kendricks, who they signed at the end of November. They've never started a game for the 49ers. You would have thought that was Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw out there in their 6th year of playing. Like, you couldn't take advantage of two guys that have never played for that defense? Like, at some point, you just go, I'm done watching. I can't watch it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's what it is. I mean, it was like that all year long.
All year.
And I guess we were
Not
kidding
one time,
ourselves.
Not one game did they play start to finish and look like a Super Bowl competing team. Not once.
No. So
and you get Quinyon Mitchell playing the game of his life. You get 2 takeaways at home. And like that should be a guaranteed lock if you get that.
Well, Nick's big plan, win the turnover battle, you win the game. How'd that play out?
Well, I mean, at some point, you didn't shut him out, and there was 0 pass rush. So, I mean, Vic's culpable here too. I mean, they could not get pressure. That Brock Purdy dropped back 32 times. And on 31 dropbacks, he wasn't touched.
Yeah, Carter did not play well. He should have dominated inside. He didn't.
No, he didn't. Not once. He got a sack based off of a Morla Jomo pressure one time. And that's the only time they got to him.
Yeah.
Jalen Phillips was a no-show.
Yeah.
Nolan Smith. There was nobody better the second half of the season a year ago and in the postseason than Nolan Smith. I mean, honestly, Trent Williams just wired him up every play. It was not good, man. It was not a good job by the front four at all. And they have to really seriously look at that because they could not get any pressure. And look, those guys have played a lot of football in San Francisco as an offensive line. But, outside of Trent, who basically gets the all-pro nod because of, his career that he's had, you're not saying that about anybody else up front.
So let's look at it. Like, where do we go from here? Let's first look at the coaching. Now, obviously, Patullo's not coming back.
Yeah.
But is that enough? Like, is a play caller enough? And by the way, who's the play caller? Right? Because you're not getting McDaniel, I don't think. You're not going to get Todd Monken. He's going to go with Harbaugh. Like, who's the play caller? And what's the direction of this team offensively? Where does it go? Quarterback's got issues.
2 years ago, Brian Johnson was the play caller, and they blew him out, and they got Kellen Moore and Doug Nussmeier, and it flipped. Now, it didn't flip all year. They struggled at times. I'll just throw a name out there. I'm just going to throw a name. And I don't think he'll take the job, but why wouldn't you talk to John Gruden?
Yeah.
I just watched him work with 4 quarterbacks this weekend, I never, like that guy, what that guy did, I've never seen an all-star game, the Hula Bowl that is, where the efficiency of the quarterback play was ever any better, ever. And I'm talking about, maybe one of the guys gets drafted. I mean, it's basically free agent type football. But I mean, that guy could coach, flat out coach.
Could you see a marriage of Gruden and Sirianni?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if John wants me to. Like, he wants to coach. It's got to be the right situation. The league it's not his favorite group. He's got some things that are in the courts right now. But I don't know if he would take a coordinator job. I think he'd like to be the head coach. When he got blown out of the Raiders, they were 3-0. And
he's a great coach. I don't know, where that stands with the league and all. I think you're right. I think he's a great coach. You're asking me, do I think how we would go down that road? I probably know.
That's fine. I'm just throwing a name out there.
Listen, I think it's smart.
But my point is, look, I don't think John would come to be the coordinator. But could he work with Nick? I think so. But at the same time, I'm throwing that name out there because you need a guy that's been proven working with quarterbacks. Kellen Moore was proven. Doug Nussmeier, it was a proven guy. His son's, he's got a kid that's going to be drafted this year. He's been around the game his whole life. He's good. I saw him coach his youngest son this year out in California at a high school camp. But my point is, you need a proven guy. You need a proven guy that can step in there and go, okay, this is the game plan. This is what we're working on this week. This is where just a guy that really understands game planning and quarterback play, and a quarterback that will do anything but turn the ball over. So he's going to play a conservative style, but at the same time, they're not going to change the quarterback. They're not going to change the head coach. They're not going to do those things. So you need a guy that can really come in and take some of his strengths and then work on the weaknesses.
Here's a question. Should they change the head coach? I mean, if you got Kevin Stefanski, you're not worried about going and getting OCs and rolling that roller coaster and everything else. You got a guy that actually can run the offense. See, one of the problems that I have with Nick is he can't fix it offensively. All year long, he couldn't fix it, right? So you go, well, he's a CEO coach. All right, well, I don't know. I see a lot of emotional outbursts on the sidelines. I see a team that's up and down, that goes through wild spells. Like they're hot, and then they're just teetering, veering off the edge of the cliff. CEO's got to keep things calm and to the point.
I mean, look, it's hard. It's. I understand what you're saying, Cuz, and you're not thinking wrong. You're not thinking wrongly. They blew out Doug Peterson, who won a Super Bowl. All right, I mean, it went south. I mean, Carson didn't get better. They went to jail, and it was the right move. It's hard though to justify a coach that's been to 2 Super Bowls and the playoffs every year and took over a 4-11-1 team. Now you can say, all right, he's done everything he can with what he has. And so, can you live with, I mean, nobody thought the Ravens would get rid of John Harbaugh. They got rid of him. It happens. Nobody thought, Bill Belichick's time ran out, so you can build a case for that. I just think it's kind of hard, a guy that's very much in his
I get it. And I believe me, I understand that. And I'm not, yesterday I did the Jessup thing and I want him out. He reminds me of Brian Billick, right? He was a passenger on this train. I truly believe, and I go, well, it's not about what you did in the past. It's about what you're going to do in the future. Are you the guy?
Look, hold on a second. Brian Billick now won a Super Bowl. You know the quarterback he won a Super Bowl with, okay? And, when they lost as the number 1 seed, that was Steve McNair. He had a different quarterback every year, And so it wasn't like he was gifted great quarterbacks. Billick,
he wasn't. My only point of bringing up Billick is that he was a Super Bowl coach who was from the offensive side of the ball, who won with the defense. And then the next thing you know, he got replaced early after winning a Super Bowl.
No, look, Steve Bisciotti made the right move. Brian never understood it. It was a year removed from when they were being the number 1 seed, but they lost a difficult game at home to Indy as the number 1 seed, all that kind of stuff. But, I'm going to see Brian this weekend for the All-American Bowl. He's coaching one side. But I do think you can't have any fear of making changes, bold changes. I don't think you can live in fear of that. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't have a pitchfork out like I want Nick gone. Seriously, it's not. I like the guy. I'd like to see the guy succeed. But if you're asking me being honest, if I can have Kevin Stefanski, I think that's a better road. I think I
don't know. Look, it'd be hard to say I'm going to take away a 2-time Super Bowl coach and a coach that's been there for. I understand Kevin is a Philly guy. He's 2-time coach of the year.
Nothing to do with Philly. Nothing to do with Philly.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying there is a connection there. Obviously, with his dad, the whole thing. I get that. You know, he understands.
I just want an offensive guy that I can count on. He's a the guy's really, talk to Flacco about him. He'll tell you X and O. He didn't have a receiver. I mean, he didn't have a quarterback in Cleveland.
No, I understand the shortcomings in Cleveland. They're not going to make that.
They're not. I'm basically responding to you saying you can't have any fear making a tough decision.
All right. Well, look, I mean, Todd Monken is out there as an offense coordinator.
He's not going to go with Harbaugh?
Whether Lamar liked him or not, who knows? But that guy improved Lamar. Like, the guy was the MVP under Todd Monken, and he's out there on the street. Now, he coaches like Vic coaches. He coaches hard. And it's not everybody's cup, but that's what they need. They need that.
I love Monken. He's not going to go with.
I'm just throwing a name out there, cuz that's available.
I know. I think he's going to go with Harbaugh, though.
Kellen Moore is available, and you just saw what he did with Tyler Shuck the last 6 weeks of the season. Like, they got that team on the tracks. All right. So, I mean, but if you're looking for availability right now, I'm just throwing names out there that are available that doesn't require a head coaching change.
Yeah, I like Monken a ton. I love Monken. I think he's going to go with Harbaugh if Harbaugh gets another job.
Might. I mean, I don't know where his alliance leads at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, Baldy, if they did move on from Nick, do you think Nick would be a hot commodity in the coaching circles for the interview in one of these 7 jobs?
I mean, you think about the year that he came out. Arthur Jones, right? Brandon Staley. Like, you can just go through the list of guys that got jobs in front of Nick. And Nick was way better than all those guys. Better staff, better organization, quarterback in the playoffs every year. I mean, he was probably the 8th or 9th guy on their list when they talked to Nick. But I think he would be a commodity for sure. There's 8 job openings. Where are they all coming from? Like, you're going to take in these guys from the college ranks? I don't think so. So now what guys are available out there? Stefanski, Harbaugh, okay. Maybe they get some of the jobs. But you want a proven guy, a guy that knows how to, has been a winner and kind of knows how to put a team together and build an organization as a CEO coach. And we might not be done. There might be other changes coming with Green Bay and Pittsburgh losing. Who knows if there's other changes
Pittsburgh.
coming.
Yeah, Pittsburgh could happen.
Green Bay, that was Choke City the other day. That's twice they
Baldy,
lost.
As we're glowing over Nick, I have to say one thing. All right?
Yeah.
He was this close to being fired last year. This close. All right? They were just waiting for the time to do it. And you know what happened? Cooper DeJean played on the defense. And you know what happened? They were like, oh, maybe we should run the ball. And the next thing you know, they roll, get hot. I mean, there's a degree of, if I'm going to look at it honestly and objectively, there's a degree of being a passenger on that thing. That's all.
I mean, look.
That's all.
You've got a Super Bowl trophy and a Super Bowl MVP next to the quarterback's name. I understand they weren't playing well against Jacksonville and Cleveland and times, and it was hot. The griddle was hot. I know that. But
I hear you. It's fine. Let me ask you.
Although if they had made that move and they elevated Kellen Moore, would they be in a better position? I mean, it's just like what if, okay? The old game,
that we used to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the answer is yes, but whatever. I mean, again, it's what you can do. There's limitations. Hey, God bless, CEO, coach, but I need somebody to fix the offense. I just need it. You started this session by saying, "Thank God it's over. I don't have to watch it."
Yeah.
What does that say?
I'm not forgetting what I said.
What am I doing?
You couldn't get Garrett Wallow and Eric Kendricks out of position? Honestly, they look like a Super Bowl tandem of linebackers.
Yes.
They've never played for the organization. There wasn't, what that says? There wasn't an ounce of something that they haven't seen. You can watch any game and go, okay, this is what they do. I remember one time I was playing the Giants late in my career, and the Giants, like we had co-type. The Giants were calling out our plays. Now, this has happened before in other places, but when the defense is calling out I'll bet Garrett Wallow knew what they were doing on 90% of the plays, and he's been a special team kid in this league, But like, I bet he knew exactly where the ball was going. There wasn't an ounce of a wrinkle, something outside of maybe a touchdown by Goddard, on whatever that might have caught them a little bit off guard.
It's amazing. It really is. It's amazing. I'm still stunned. Where was Goddard? Where was Hurts running the ball? I watched Purdy run it. I watched Herbert.
If you watch the opening two drives, obviously they go down the field and score, and you watch A.J. Brown run comebacks for first downs, you go, they could have done that all game long. Like, there's corners can't cover A.J. Brown. Now, you can argue the go routes, you need better effort. You got to catch the ball in the middle of the field. They overcame the drop in the middle of the field. But still, like, you got to make those corners, like, I don't know, Renardo Green, like, I don't know, Amador Lenore, like, I don't know. You got to make those guys pay. I just thought, where were those comebacks after the first drive?
Yeah.
I mean, the guys are 5 yards. There's separation for 5 yards. The ball's out on time. It looked pretty good. Like, why wouldn't you just keep hammering that? You look up and you see Puka Nacua in some of these games. He's got 18 targets. I'm like, he's running the route tree against these guys.
Well, that's my point. Like, I watch these other games.
But here's your point. Your bigger point is totally valid, cuz. Where's Nick in fixing any of this? Because he had no answers. Right? And so if you're going to say that, this is my offense, this is, I'm in the meetings, I'm on the sideline, I'm like, one thing about Doug Peterson, like him or not, whatever you thought about Doug, like, the guy was a great collaborator. Like, I've listened to whether it's Philly, whatever. Yeah. Like, that guy was a collaborator. He's taking information from everybody and coming out with a good play call.
Yeah. It's a great point. What do you do with, you got questions like AJ, what are you going to do with AJ? You got a cap hit with him. The quarterback, like, what do you do with your quarterback? If he doesn't run, he's ordinary if he doesn't run. I mean, and that's being gracious.
Well, it's just a very conservative approach. And I don't think, if you look at Chicago's comeback, let's just say, it's a 25-point epic comeback. The quarterback is making one ridiculous play after another.
How about the fourth down, falling down?
Come on. 4th and 8, he's off. He's thrown off both feet. The only way he can get enough juice on the ball.
I love that kid.
Madunze open. Okay, like, the talent's ridiculous. But at some point, you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to play balls out. Like, you just got to let it fly. You got to get through some of these games to get to a Super Bowl. Like, that's just a different. You watch some of these guys right now, and you can't play a conservative approach and win. We saw that with Donovan McNabb. Like, it's going to be hard to win any of these games if you're going to live in fear of making mistakes. You got to make these throws.
You do. Like, I'm watching these quarterbacks run. Let me ask you a question. When you looked at the All-22, I haven't looked at it yet. It felt like there was time that Jalen bailed the pocket a little early.
Yes, he did. Yes, yeah. No question. Yeah. No question. And the problem is when he bails, there's really no place to go. There's not really even a scramble drill. You're running to the short side of the field. You run out of real estate, okay? There's no question. If that pass rush is, like, I don't know, maybe Seattle just does what they did a couple weeks ago and just, scorches them. But there's no pass rush. There's no reason to go anywhere. You had all day back there. But as soon as you run, now Keon White can chase you. Now Bryce Huff can chase you. Now Eric Kendricks can come out of the linebacker box and chase you, and heat you up a little bit. But if you stay back there, like, nobody was getting beat. Nobody. Not once against any of those guys. Not just he bailed too quickly, too frequently in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I just kept seeing him out, sprint right, and throw the ball out of bounds. Like, I saw that 6 times yesterday or Sunday.
It probably happened. I mean, I could go back and count, but it probably happened 6 times, cuz.
And I'm watching Justin Herbert get smashed every play. Like, smashed. They set a record on quarterback hits. Like, I'm seeing quarterback. I'm watching Caleb leave it on the field.
Honestly, the Patriots are running the exact same twist stunts that Vrabel ran under Belichick. It's unbelievable. They're still running the same twist. All right, they're still running the same games up front. It's still a 4-man rush, and they're still smacking that quarterback. Like, I don't know. Like, it looked like if there was a limb laying on the ground where you could get police chalk and chalk the leg or the arm that's just dangling, fell out. It looked like they were like tearing him apart, body part by body part in that game.
Yes. I mean, it was just amazing. What I can't wait for the game I'm looking forward to the most is Houston, New England. That's a great game. But that Houston defense, I told you, I love that defense.
I don't know what Aaron Rodgers was supposed to do.
No.
Honestly, I watched that game this morning. There's no place to go with the ball.
No.
And their pass rush, it's just a matter of time. Are they gonna get there in 1.5 seconds? Are they gonna get there in 3 seconds? Like, they're gonna get there. And if it's 3rd and 12, forget it. Like, they're gonna sit back, they're gonna sit on top of these routes, they're gonna man you up. The safeties are free. Jalen Petrie, I mean, that's our boy's guy. That's Matt Rule's guy from Baylor. Like, he did that for Matt the whole time he was there.
Yeah.
Like, that guy, it's funny. The Pro Bowl voting came out, or All Pro voting came out a couple weeks ago, right? And Jalen Petrie. So they kind of separated the safety position into a slot corner position. So Jalen Petrie isn't a safety, he's a slot corner, which is kind of stupid. But like, that guy is everywhere. But everybody is everywhere. Lassiter, Sting, Bullock, like, we all know their names. That's how you know you're a great defense. Alshire, To'o, Sheldon Rankins. You know everybody's name and number already. And we're just in the first round of the playoffs.
I know, man. It's awesome. I love watching it. I love it. I love watching that, man.
Well, you know what it is? I was talking to John Gruden this weekend. And I was telling him, how the game has changed. John's old school, right? But like I can't go out there and put a highlight reel of Troy Polamalu on film because it's too violent. They'd probably shut me down, right? If I showed some of these hits. But that's how Houston plays the game. Like, they literally hit everything that moves.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing to watch.
It is.
If they score 17 points, they're winning. They're just winning.
I mean, how many negative plays? Like, that God bless Gainwell, right, who had a great year. And part of their offense was that little dink to Gainwell out of the backfield. They just snuff it out. Tight end screens, snuff out. -2, -3, -1. Every one of those pass plays.
But even as good a pass rusher as Will Anderson is, like, he's a team guy first. So he's going to grab the tight end on a tight end screen on the way to getting to the quarterback. Some guys are just after their numbers, and then some guys are just after wins.
Yeah.
Like, Will Anderson does everything the right way. Like, he's so good. And then Danielle Hunter, like, he was in Minnesota, and he had a great year in Minnesota 2 years ago. Great year. And he could have gone anywhere, but he's from Katy, Texas. He wanted to go home to Houston, And so there he is. He's in Houston, man. It's just like, it's a perfect fit for him. Like, he's still, like, he changed. It's a 10-6 game in the fourth quarter, and he beats, Dylan Cook, and he gets the ball out, and Sheldon Rankins takes it, and the game's over. In one play, like, they just took every ounce of hope that the Steelers had by strip fumble, Sheldon Rankins, fumble recovery, touchdown, game over. Like, let's move on.
Yeah, okay, you were runnerish.
Just to get back to the Eagles real quick, I just wanted to know, Baldy, if you thought that, like, Nick's conservative approach about stressing the turnover battle and Jalen's limitations if he doesn't run the ball, would that impede their ability to attract a really top-level offensive coordinator?
I don't think so. I mean, there's still, you still got Saquon back there, and who knows, what receivers or whatever. And Goddard has 13 touchdowns this year. I mean, you still have elite players, and you're always going to get Howie that's going to go after whatever in free agency, the draft. Like, they're probably not going to miss on too much. And so I think, Kellen Moore came here and he had his choices, and they got a top flight coordinator to come in with real head coaching possibilities. So I don't think it's going to impede getting the guy here.
A lot of hard decisions, buddy. A lot of hard decisions to make. Like, are you going to pay?
Troy Aikman made a good point I thought Troy made a great point. He made it more than once last night. It's like he said, look, everybody wants to get to the playoffs. You get to the playoffs, but when you lose in the first round, it's almost worse.
Yes.
It's almost worse than if they didn't make the playoffs. Now,
Yeah.
if they were going to win it, they were going to go. But to lose like they did at home, it feels like the whole town is booing them. The whole stadium is booing them. Like, it's almost worse that if you make it and then you get beat like Pittsburgh did at home or like Philly did at home. Troy was right. Like, I was listening to that, and I understand the point, and that's kind of how it feels right now.
It does, because you got to look at next season, right? You go, all right, where are we at? It's not like, you're losing the championship game. We're close by. We're right there. Or you end the season, you didn't make the playoffs, but you're the Chiefs. You're going to come back strong. We're going to refresh and go get back at it. Now you look at these question marks and you go, all right, well, what am I doing with OC? He's going to go. I got to figure that out. I got a quarterback that looks like he's on the decline. I got to figure out who my right tackle, all-world Hall of Famer, what's he doing? Is he coming back? He's going to retire, right?
Yep.
Who am I going to sign on defense? I got to start paying those kids. Am I going to give Carter, right, that kind of money? Because you're going to be squeamish about doing that. What about Davis? Had a great year, right? Like, what about you said it earlier about the pass rush. What ends am I going to have? I got no tight end next year.
Yeah. No. This thing is going to look a lot different next year. A lot different.
Yeah. Well, we got lots to do. All right. So what's your schedule?
I'm waiting to see what game I'm going to this weekend for the NFL. So I'll be doing all the pregame and postgame. So, I mean, I honestly, I'd love to go to Seattle, but they want to send me to Chicago with the Rams. They want to send me to New England with Houston. There's no bad games. I don't know if I'm going Saturday or Sunday. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going straight from there, wherever I'm at, to the All-American Bowl in Orlando, which is another bowl game. So I'm announcing that. That's a Thursday night game, the 22nd on NFL Network. And then I'm kind of going from there to the Senior Bowl. So I'll start getting some early scouting. This past year was a great year for defensive linemen. Yeah. I don't know what the strength of this draft is yet, but you get to the Senior Bowl, you kind of get to know.
You'll see him on Monday night.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, that's going to be – and I might go to that game Monday night.
Are you down there now?
Huh? I'm down there now, yeah.
Yeah.
I might go next Monday.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely. Yeah. I love that. Signetti. We got to talk about that. We got lots to talk about. We got to connect because there's a lot to go over. All right?
I tell you, there was a guy out either one of those coaches, Cristobal or Signetti, the way they coach like an old school NFL team. I've been to Cristobal's practices.
Yes.
There's no nonsense.
Yes.
There's no if they want to run the ball 51 times to win a game, they'll run the ball 51 times. So, those two guys, the way they coach, the NFL actually needs those guys.
You know what's funny? I said that, I don't know if I texted you about it, but it was Friday night. It was early in the game. They get the turnover, right? It's 1st and goal at the 4. He runs the ball 2 yards. He runs the ball 1 yard. Now, what does he do on 3rd down? Does he get cute and throw it? No. Runs the ball again. 3 straight runs, right?
I saw it, cuz. I went down to spring practice. I saw the way he practices. Honestly, I felt like I was back with the Cowboys trying out for Landry's team in '82. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, yeah.
And oh, by the way, Jason Taylor's come to coach your defensive line.
Yeah.
he's got a staff.
Yeah.
He's got a staff that sees his vision how to do things.
Yeah.
He's got a right tackle who's going to be the first tackle drafted. Like Bain's going to be a first. Like he recognizes talent, how to coach talent. Anyways, all right, guys, I got to run here, buddy.
All right, buddy. All right, here he is. Baldy, checking in. Coming up shortly in just a moment, we shift to baseball. Baseball! Can baseball be our panacea?
It's got a chance.
Can baseball be our salvation?
There's
Bo Bichette.
Crazy for Bo.
Bichette happens, baby.
Yes, I hope it does.
That goes back to his father. He had a shirt. Bichette happens.
He did?
Dante, yeah. I was a big Dante guy. I love Dante. Yeah, Bob Nightengale, the great baseball writer for USA Today, one of the great insiders, is going to join us to talk about Bo and what's next for Bo. All right, let's talk about some of our friends. Yes, let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Oh, my. You got a weekend of football. The last great weekend of football happens. Then it's like no football on Saturday. Oh. All right. Those are, we got no football. Thank God we got football Monday because it's the championship game. Indiana, Miami. I love Indiana. I just do. I love Indiana. I think they got the formula. I think Beck will they will destroy Beck. The way I love the Texans all week. I told Andrew, we did our Cousins Corner. I told VG, I love the Texans. Mm-hmm. You can check it out. And then what about a little Sixer action coming up over the next course of the week as we shift gears?
I'll give you a little college hoops tonight.
Oh, what do you got, Trash Man?
People may not like it, but I like Providence plus 2.5 versus Nova tonight.
All right. You're usually good. Check out the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. BetParks.com has all the details. You got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's talk pests. Rats and roaches and all kinds of creepy crawlers.
Cutters.
All right. Evans Cutter Gautiers.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Evans Pest Control. Not some giant national chain. Family-owned, community-focused pest control company right here in our area, and they've been earning the trust of our neighbors for years. I can tell you here where there's a rat problem, and it has been eradicated.
I haven't seen
by
any
Evans
turds.
Pest Control. They can handle anything: rodents, insects, termites, bed bugs. They offer priority services consultations, which is huge when you have a problem with pests. All right, tell you got to check it out. They got one Best of Philly and Philly Favorite Gold Award. They got it going. Visit evanspestmgmt.com. That's Evans Pest Control at evanspestmgmt.com. All right, welcome back as we hang out here on a Tuesday, still licking our wounds. Our salvation is baseball. Joining us on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, the great baseball insider from the USA Today, our man, Bob Nightengale. Bobby, I want Bichette.
You may get him. We'll see what happens, but get Bichette, no Real Muto. Got to make some moves. We'll see. Takes a lot of shuffling to bring on a guy like Bichette.
So the meeting happened yesterday. They had the Zoom. What did you hear about it?
Went well, but it was only a Zoom. My thing is, it was really serious when he'd been there in person, when they have talked face to face. So I take it with a grain of salt. It's just a Zoom. But hey, the Phillies insist they're serious. I thought it might just be a negotiating ploy by Bichette's agents, and they say that's not true. They have serious interest, but got to make a lot of decisions. Got to move Alec Bohm. Got to say goodbye to Real Muto. Make some changes there.
So where are we lining up? Like, who are the suitors for Bichette?
Well, Toronto's still in the mix. Certainly Boston now is going to pivot to him after losing out on Bregman. And the Dodgers are the Dodgers. They just kind of lay back in the weeds and say, okay, here's a 3 or 4 year contract. You want it? We'll give you, at least $40 million a year, that sort of thing. But so pretty much I just think it's, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Phillies. I don't think the Yankees are serious. They're kind of hanging back, but there's no spot for them. They already got a second baseman. So, the market.
How about the Mets?
Kind of hanging around. They're more interested in Bellinger or Tucker.
Okay.
So remember now they got Marcus Semien at second base, so they got no spot for him.
Right. Right. And they got a third. Yeah, they're pretty much landlocked, which is good. If I'm the Phillies, I mean, to me, it makes so much sense. You still need to fix the balance in your order, right? You still need to protect Bryce. And you're going to get like Bichette,
yeah, you do.
bat on ball guy, doesn't strike out. Right side, right?
Yeah, I mean, he proved he can play second base too. He played very well in the World Series at second base. So, and he was below average, at shortstop. So there's a spot for him, and it does shake things up. I think, we've seen the Phillies run it back the last 2 years, and keep going out first round. So at least this would shake things up when they go back to the playoffs again.
So Bohm, they've tried to trade Bohm the last 3 years, and they can't do it. What's the word on Bohm?
I just said he's an okay player. That he's never taken that big step forward, and I think they wanted more offense. It's like, hey, if you can't hit in Philadelphia, you probably can't hit anywhere. I mean, that place in Cincinnati are the two best places to hit in all of baseball. So I think people say, he does make some silly mistakes at times. He'll make some great plays and some, routine balls he'll botch. So, I think he's a solid player, but not never.
What do you do? So if you look at catcher, who are some of the catchers that would be out? Because you'd have to go with pretty much a cheap kind of catcher.
Yeah, there's really nothing, really no big names out there. So you kind of mix and match what you have and hope it works out. That's the big drawback is, you're not going to have a guy that pitchers all love. They love having throwing a Real Muto. That's the big thing. And I think the Phillies are saying, well, what's Real Muto's market? He doesn't come back to us. Who really wants him? So just a stare-down contest at the moment.
Well, that's my question to you. I mean, you're talking about an older catcher. I mean, I don't know he's capped. Like, you seem to decline offensively. Like, I still want him, but I want him at my number, and I want him with Bichette.
That could happen. I mean, they're not going to go more than 2 years, it sounds like. Any years. I know negotiations have been kind of ugly. They were a little bit ugly last time, and they brought him back. So, he wants to get paid like a top catcher. And then, the Phillies are saying, you know what, we'll give you a 2-year deal. And we're also going to have to give you a pay cut.
Hey, Bob, if I'm the Phillies, I'm looking at, I know they take the cap hit today, this year with the luxury tax if they get Bichette. Next year, they have a bunch of money drop off. But I was looking at free agents next year, and it doesn't seem like there's anyone in the same class as Bichette, where they're young. The Phillies are old, so you got a guy who's going to be 28, 27. Would that go into their factoring at all, you think, next year's class being a little weak?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. It is a weak class. You got some pitching, but offensively, not much at all. And, they just paid $56 million in a cap hit last time, or luxury tax hit, and, didn't get them anywhere. I mean, yeah, they, made the playoffs and everything else, but get bounced down the first round once again. So they got to be willing to now, if they had Bichette, now you're talking about maybe a $100 million luxury tax hit. But, they can make, who knows what happens in the next CBA. Maybe it won't make a big difference depending what happens.
How would you look at the lineup? The lineup would be awesome, man. Because now you got Turner, Bichette, Bryce, Schwarber, and Garcia. And I love Garcia hitting fifth. Now, I know Bryce likes to hit third, but to mix and match the lefties and righties, like, this is where I'm at, Bob. I'm drawing lineups up. I'm playing topper right now, making out a lineup.
Yeah, no, it's a dream lineup having Bichette. I mean, offensively, be unbelievable. Defensively, there'd be some holes, some struggles there, particularly if you don't have Real Muto behind the plate. But offensively, it'd be they can put up massive numbers, particularly the home games that Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah. Hey, what happens to Castellanos?
They can't find a taker right now. I mean, everybody reads the same thing. They hear the same thing. Like, okay, he needs to go to a place where he plays every day, or it could be a disruption in the clubhouse. Is what happened there. So I think could bring him to spring training. I don't think they want to do that. I don't think they want to go through that every single day with him. So I think at some point, will anybody take this guy even for $1 million? If not, they may have no choice but to release him.
How about Ranger Suarez? Is there a market for him? It seems pretty quiet on his front. Hello? Ranger Suarez?
Yeah, it's amazing how that market has not developed. And when Cease is 210, everybody thought, okay, Framber Valdez is going to get right around there. Ranger Suarez. The market's kind of crumbled. I mean, you still have, the New York Mets out there, the Yankees. It's like everybody is looking for trades with pitchers. So I think, both these guys, Valdez and Suarez and Zach Gallen, who's a Philadelphia guy, I think they're all going to have to take shorter-term deals with opt-outs and try to hit that market again.
So early, way too early, because we're licking our wounds after the Eagles losing, right? So we need to look ahead to something happy. How do you project the NL East right now?
I still think the Phillies will be the favorites. Obviously, the Mets, should be a drop off a little bit depending what they do here with the pitching. I think they will get one more big pitcher. Atlanta, I think Atlanta's got something up their sleeve. They really shore up that bullpen. I think they're going to get one of these top starters. If they do that, then I think it could be a coin toss between the Phillies and Atlanta.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Hey, you know what team I think is going to be sneaky and wins the Central? Don't laugh at me. The Pirates. I think the Buccos. I like the loud move. You're going to get Jared Jones back. You're going to get you got two good starts. You'll have two great 1-2 punch. Am I nuts to think that?
I mean, they'll be better. I mean, are they going to, beat the Cubs? Are they going to beat the Brewers? I don't see that. I mean, the Reds are still very good. So I think they can make things interesting. I think it'd be a real long shot to say, okay, they'll be a 500 team, let alone, make the playoffs.
Yeah. I don't know. I would like to see them have a renaissance. I think it's good for baseball when you have a team like that play well.
Oh yeah, I do. I do too. I mean, everybody loves every baseball wants parity, but I think having the Dodgers being a juggernaut is fun. I mean, just like back with dynasties, whether it was the Yankees back in the day, Lakers, Celtics, that sort of thing, the Patriots. So if you want to knock the top dog off. So yeah. I think people will go ballistic though if the Yankees are the ones who get. If the Dodgers are the ones who get like a Tucker or Bichette or something like that. I think people go nuts.
All right, we got to keep you. Let us know because you're on top of everything. You hear anything about Bichette? Where does he live at? Is he in Dunedin? Where's Bichette at?
He's a Florida guy, so yeah, he's in down there, and so was Kyle Tucker. That's where he went over to the Dunedin place for the Blue Jays. But yeah, it works. I mean. Who doesn't want to live at home? I think that's why Bregman chose the Cubs. One big reason. Yeah. Hey, he's in Phoenix in the offseason. Now you get to stay, home all spring.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to Dunedin to Bo's house to go. Bo, you got to come to Philly, baby. This is what it's about, man. I once partied with Dante. Dante was when he was with the Rockies. We used to have fun when he would come to New York. Dante was a great dude.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had long hair, everything else, part of the Blake Street Bombers with the Rockies. But, yeah, had a hell of a career.
Yeah.
And it's just weird that the Blue Jays aren't making a big effort to bring him back unless they just think it was just too expensive. And maybe they think he doesn't really want to go back there.
Yeah. Bobby,
just one more. I just want to know, how real are the Tarek Skubal rumors of him getting moved?
I don't see it. I know the big salary difference, biggest in baseball history. Tigers, they were knocking the door last year. I think they have to keep him. If something falls apart, they can move him at the trade deadline. But I think you just, keep him all year. And then you lose him and, see where he lands. And he's going to get $400 million at least. So he's going to break Garrett Cole's record. Unbelievable. There's a kid from Kingman, Arizona, the place you stop and get gas when you go on your way to Vegas. He had no college scholarship, and here he is, the best pitcher in baseball.
That's wild.
Ain't that wild? I mean, that's no crazy. Hey, there's a local kid plays for the Tigers. Speaking of the Tigers, Kevin McGonigal, who is a stud. Did you see this kid? He got called up last year at the end. In fact, he's going to be hitting locally. I'm going to go see him. Kid's is a stud. Have you seen him hit?
No, I haven't. And I know that, the Tigers, that's why they didn't really go after Bregman and say, you know what, we got these young guys here. we don't want that. But they're certainly planning on him. I think without him, they would have gone heavy after Bregman again. And this time chose to just gather bidding completely.
Yeah. Bobby, we love you, buddy. You look great, man.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, pal.
Spring training.
You're the greatest. Bob Nightengale. Inside Baseball MLB. Let's go. I'm MLB'd up. It's terrible. I go, the Eagles just ended. Now I'm like, what's up? Sixers, Flyers, Phillies. Just get me Bichette. Got to have Bichette. Bichette has to have
it. It's going to change everything.
Miserable. I will not be into this season.
Stop it.
If they don't get Bichette.
You're not going to be in on the season?
I need Bichette. Come on. Like if they get Bo Bichette, their lineup is awesome.
It's as good as anybody's.
Yeah.
With the pitching,
I'd hit Bryce second. I know.
So would I. He's just got to do it. You got to go left, right,
because you go Turner, Bryce, Bichette, Schwarber, Garcia. Come on, dude. Well, that's a lineup.
Let's go, Mr. Middleton.
Right. I get Stotts at ninth because I turn it over.
Oh yeah, Crawford 8.
Yeah, I guess.
You got so sad thinking about Crawford.
Yeah, I guess I might have to do Crawford. I might have to do Crawford 9.
Right.
Yeah. I like Stott out of 9.
Well, 9 because if you got Trey leading off, you go left, right.
Yeah. So Crawford 9.
Crawford, Stott, Trey.
Wait.
Oh no, Crawford's lefty too.
No. Okay. Think about it. Trey.
Yep.
Start from 1. Trey. Bryce.
Yeah.
Bo.
Yep.
Schwarber.
Yep.
Garcia.
Yeah.
Now you got who hits 6. You might do
Marsh or Kemp.
no Kemp. You're gonna have. I would have. Yeah, Marsh. You would have Marsh because you're gonna have Garcia, so there's no Kemp. So Marsh is 6.
Well, Garcia being right. Kemp, Marsh, platoon and left.
I would do Marsh. I wouldn't do Kemp's there. So Marsh, then whoever's your catcher.
Well, Marsh
or Stott,
or
depending
Caratini.
on right. Then you would have Stott, Crawford.
Stott, Crawford.
Either way, man.
The top half is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Let's go.
Someone also made mention. We got the Olympics starting up in like 2 weeks, man. Winter Olympics. You not into them? Come on. That'll carry us through February. The Winter Olympics.
What?
Hockey.
They're here this year?
Bobsled.
We have the Winter Olympics this year?
Yeah, it's in Milan.
Wow.
I want to go.
Why do I not know? I completely blanked on
Milan.
that.
I wanted to go. I love the hockey, so I'm in.
Opening ceremony's like 2 weeks.
I'm in
2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
It's not football though, dude. It's just not. It's not football. All right. Here's what I want to do, chat. I want to take calls. All right. So I know Coach Mike wants in on a call. Nikki wants in on a call. I'm sure Uncle Frank will want to call. Any of our chatsmen, we would love to hear from you. And let's take your temperature. That's the one thing I miss. Because if I was on the air on the radio, I just would want to talk to people today.
Yeah.
Like I did,
Some
especially
therapy.
today.
Some therapy to get through it.
We slept through it on yesterday. It was too fresh of a wound. We slept on it last night. How are we feeling? So what's the best way, Andrew?
Yeah, the best way is to email me. It's andrew@allphly.com. I'll send you a link. You hop on and you can chat with all of us here and complain. You can, get it out.
Get one to Coach Mike. Did you see Coach Mike texted us?
I did, yes. I'm going to send that over.
Yeah, send that to him.
I wasn't right yesterday, man. Like, even the Pagan was like, "Are you feeling all right? You're so quiet." I was like, "Yeah, I'm just in a funk. I'm miserable right now."
You were morose.
Yeah, that was it.
You didn't say 3 words.
I was so depressed yesterday.
Plus, just your look on your face.
Yeah, I felt like Embiid.
I thought you were going to cry.
I felt like crying yesterday.
You did. I was just like, all right, I was hot.
Yeah.
Man.
You were.
I was at my parents' house watching the game, and we had some family come over, and I literally, as soon as the last play happened, I walked into the other room and just sat there by myself, didn't talk to anybody. I just didn't want to hear anyone talk about the game. I didn't want to hear anyone complain about the game. I just wanted to be in a quiet room by myself, scroll on my phone, and just not even think about anything. It was depressing.
So, question. Did you watch the Sunday night game?
The Sunday night game? After that? No.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do anything with football.
It was peripheral. I went out and drank and commiserated with other sad friends. Game, right? It was on the background.
It's an interesting dynamic because I know a lot of Eagle fans that after that game, they were done with football.
Yeah, I didn't feel like watching anything.
We had the Golden Globes on.
Yeah,
just because it was just a distraction, really. It wasn't anything other than just a distraction.
Watching it.
Yeah.
It's like I watched the game. Like I needed to watch another game. Like I needed it as therapy.
Yeah. Did it help? It didn't seem to help. You're pretty angry.
No, I mean, it didn't. Did it help? No, but I could. Yeah, it did because I could have been worse. I could have been breaking things.
I mean, Pat McClune, God bless him. He's texting me about the Sixers game. I was like, how is he watching the Sixers game right now?
Yeah, I was not. Listen, I appreciate that because I talked to Pat about that too. I couldn't go there Sunday night, because I was I'm in football mode. Like right now, I know I only got 7 games left.
You're clutching to them.
So I got to watch every one of them.
Every minute.
I do.
Yeah.
I need to watch every one of them. I need to embrace them.
And then emotionally, you just fall off a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Serotonin levels fizzle out. You're just stuck watching.
I mean, listen, there's good things in it, right? Like, I'm looking forward. Like, I'll dive into your college hoop, like, because I have not watched a lot of college basketball. So I usually spend post Super Bowl, like right around this time, because when there's no NFL on Saturdays, I'll go, all right, let me just get
see some hoops.
Let me get acquainted, right? I need to get reacquainted with college basketball. Yeah. I can't. You watch in November. I'm still in college football mode.
I feel you.
You know,
Big Farts said he didn't even watch last night. He thinks he's done with football right now.
And that's a truism, a characteristic of a big time Eagles fan.
I think that will change over the week, though. I think come Thursday,
he'll
come
be
Friday,
back for the Super Bowl,
you'll want to watch these games.
Championship games. I think they'll be doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
Joe Rockhead says you hung up on him back in the day when he asked the Lindros question in the summer.
No, I'm sorry, Joe Rockhead. I don't know what I don't remember that. I usually remember that stuff.
All right, then we got calls.
Okay, let's do this. We're in overtime, so if you're watching any of these streaming channels, make sure you come over to YouTube and watch us there for OT. All right, overtime in this city. Make sure you like and subscribe. That really helps. All right, so thank you for that in advance.
Yeah. Derman says he didn't watch Sunday or Monday night.
I'm telling you, it's characteristic.
The whole area is checking out.
There's a lot of people that I know that didn't watch Sunday night and last night.
I watched last night. I wanted to see that.
All right, who do we got?
We got Nick from Collegeville first.
Nikki's on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. Good morning, Nikki.
Oh, you're muted.
Mute, baby. No, still muted. Still muted. There we go.
Got me now.
Gotcha.
So I can't remember for Sunday night. So I forgot. I can't remember anything from 7:03. If the police came to my house and said, "Where were you at 7:07 Sunday night?" I was like, "Yeah, I did it. That was me." Because I can't remember. I don't have an alibi, dude. Who was that? Was that the Chicago game, or was that Saturday night?
Sunday night was New England Chargers.
Yeah, I saw some of that. Then we did Golden Globes. Buddy of mine hit me up and said, "Hey, your favorite TV show's coming on outside task." Like, this is repeating. He's like, "Oh, Industry's coming on 9:00 tonight." I'm like, "Industry what? Industry?" I'm like, I just couldn't do it. Couldn't put TV on. My wife's like, "What do you want to watch?" I was like, "Don't care." She's like, "No, don't care. Put whatever you want on." And when she came in the room, the game was on. You want to watch the game? No, don't want to watch a game. It's just on. Like, whatever you want. And I didn't call yesterday, Ant, because I thought anybody with an Italian last name should not talk to Anthony because it was dangerous. It was Garofalo, Sirianni, Patullo. Like, I want no part of that. Dude, I had an office meeting yesterday. So I was like, we had an office meeting, and then we had our Christmas party. Because in the wine industry, like the salon industry, like a lot of these industries are like swamped
They do
around
the
the holiday.
post-New Year's Christmas party, holiday party, yeah.
Dude, we had 10 pounds of prosciutto, we had bolognese, and I was like, I got to sit here and chit-chat and make chit-chat with people. I love my company. I love the people in my company. I'm like, I don't want to talk. And I was mentally exhausted from Sunday night. And then the office party drained me because I have to force usually I can talk, as you know. Let's talk about Sunday. First of all, VG, I don't care about the Olympics. All right. Even though I have my Phillies red on today, I don't want to talk about Boba Fett, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. I don't want to talk about any of these dudes. Like, I'm still burnt. I'm absolutely burnt. And I thought
that pains me to hear that. I mean, how do you not like a ski jump?
No, I love Olympics. I love downhill. I like luge. I like bobsled. I like hockey.
All right.
I like all that. Just right now.
I understand that.
We're
all going through it.
Yeah. And I think everything you said yesterday, I was 100% spot on. I was hoping, I don't want to put you in a spot, I was hoping Howie sent you those talking points because I'm tired of Patullo, of course. Jalen, anybody named Jalen, I don't want to re-sign next year. Hurts, Jordan. I can't trust that dude. I can't trust Jordan. He's a phenom. But I don't know if he's foxhole. I don't know. And I can't put more money into that. I love what Jordan Davis Carter did. I thought he had a great season. You might not have to pay him as much. And he's much more dedicated. Like, everything he said this year.
You're talking about Jordan Davis, yes. The only downside of Jordan Davis is he's not the pass rusher from the inside. That's the only thing.
Yeah, and I get that, but I got to be careful with my money now because I got $500 million on the offensive side who can't move the football on the other side of the hamburger. Like the kid said yesterday, once you flip the hamburger, the second half, they leave the fast food store. They don't know how to cook the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's raw. Yeah.
Like it's raw. They're clueless.
Yeah.
But the coach, man, I'm tired of piecemealing every year, every 18 months. If you do well, your offensive coordinator goes, and I got to find somebody. And Jalen gets his 19th offensive coordinator in his career. But I don't care about Jalen either. Like, dude, you've been to 2 Super Bowls, you won a national championship with all new offensive coordinators. Then I have no patience. I have no patience for anybody on the offensive side of the ball. And I have no patience for anybody bringing up the defense. Yes, the worst game since Chicago. No question about it. They gave up 2 or 3, 4 or 5 big plays. We were up 13-10. They couldn't get a stop. We were up 16-10, couldn't get a stop. We're up 17-19, couldn't get a stop. I respect all that. Dude, they rode the boat upstream the entire season while you guys were taking halves off. Like,
Yeah, I can't blame the defense. They got bit by a couple long plays by DeMarcus Robinson and a gadget play. They scored a touchdown on the gadget play. I mean, all right, you gotta get it's Shanahan, and you hold Shanahan to 23. All right, like
23.
Yeah.
And truth is, when you're up 16, well, I think we went up 16-10, and then San Fran got the ball and they scored right away. Like, that's where you needed to hold.
Yeah.
If you kick that field goal, go 16-10 and hold, then you can maybe stretch the lead in your legs a little bit, and that team might go away. And I apologize. They're working next door, putting up siding and decks and stuff.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Hear that? I apologize. But I'm so frustrated. I didn't expect them to win the Super Bowl, but the path was a lot easier than last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the Rams peaked, it seemed like, a month ago. Every game's a struggle, and the kid's got to bring him back and win at the end of the game. Every game now, every week, he's struggling to win these football games, Stafford. So if they went to Chicago and lost, I'll take it, dude. If I don't know.
I know.
So
I think they would have beat Chicago. Oh, well, I shouldn't say that.
I think
I'll
it's a
keep
toss-up.
quiet.
At that point, it's
Had
still
they
a toss-up.
won, I would have definitely thought to myself that they would have won, that they could beat Chicago. But
I liked our chances.
Yeah.
Because they play a slow, methodical game. You know, they grind.
Revenge,
they
like,
teams away.
you know, they're not going to run the ball like they did now. You know, again, the offense
Listen,
is
you
just
got callers.
the offense. Nikki, like, it's the same thing. It was all year long, that offense. It's why I get frustrated with Nick, because if you can't fix the offense, like, what am I doing? You know, it's your offense. Like, he's quick to say it's his offense.
These are your kids. And here's the truth. We won a Super Bowl 49 weeks ago, roughly. Yeah. Outside those 48 weeks, Jalen had, 3-4 really good offensive games. The defense has led the way for 48 weeks.
Yeah.
And then every time you need, and last year, for 16 weeks, you had the best running back ever have a season into the postseason and carried you. So all Jalen had to do was make 2 or 3 plays. And when a defense is giving you a TD, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl early in the first half, and a pick on the next offensive play by Mahomes and puts it back on the 7 or 10, whatever it was, like, you didn't have to do the lifting. There wasn't much lifting that had to be done. The dagger didn't count. That game was over. If they ran the ball 3 times or needed 3 times in that late third quarter, that game was still over. They didn't need that dagger. It was over.
Yeah. No, you're right,
All
Nicky.
right, I'll let other guys get on, man. Love you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
BG, I
Always
love
good to
you.
see
Love you, Nicky.
Hang in there, pal.
Love. Nothing but love for you guys. Peace.
You too, brother. There he is, Nicky from Collegeville. Who we got next, Andrew?
Before we jump to any other callers, we have a super chat.
Okay.
From Wingman, Green Wingman 6632.
Oh, thank you, Green Wingman 662.
They say, but don't you start to worry about this organization building a rep on moving on from successful coaching when problems strike?
No. No, the answer is no, because I think it's a GM team. It's a GM owner, like front office team. I think there's 2 types of teams: front office teams and coach teams. I think this is a front office team. I think the front office has shown you that it can build, it can draft, it can build, and it can dictate doctrine. And I think when you have that strong of a GM team or front office team, then you're not going to have the alpha coach that's just going to go along. So you'll cycle through coaches. I don't think this is uncommon. I think you have 2 types of team. This isn't, hey, I'm Kyle Shanahan. Now, I work very well with Lynch. Mm-hmm. You don't have this strong alpha. I mean, let's be real. One of the reasons why Nick gets the job is he's willing to be their guy.
So they're never gonna. They'll never be a team in this hierarchy that gets like the hot savant or prodigy coming up.
I don't know about the prodigy, but like I think you're more likely to get a prodigy than an established old school coach that goes, "I'm coming in with my."
Well, it had to be the prodigy that no one is not on everyone's radar. Like Nick wasn't on anyone's radar. I don't think Andy was. He was really on anyone's radar at the time.
No, but here's the problem. Is that you're not, you can't even go back that far because Jeffrey was a different owner. It was the structure of the organization was completely different, right? So you can't even do that. Anybody that's some young wonderkin hasn't proven it, right? So there's going to be a degree of like, I found this guy. If you're talking about a hot coach that wins or was in college or like a Chip Kelly or back in the day, you go getting a whiz, well, then that's different. They're going to want control.
Yeah, like a Signetti if he came.
Yeah, well, he's 63 years old, and he's going to go, I'm going to go to a place. I'll work with the GM,
right?
But, I'm going to dictate what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are used to running things.
Yeah.
So, no, but am I worried about, because I just don't know what, like I give you he is responsible for a lot of good.
Yeah.
Sirianni. But I don't think he's.
What is that good?
I don't know, dude. I don't. I mean, we talked about it.
I don't know.
Relationships,
players like.
I think
that's been his big
right,
thing.
like stuff like knows how to organize a building, right? Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my only point is like I don't feel like if he's not here, oh my God. That's my gut. My gut tells me, all right, well, I can upgrade.
You can find another rapport guy.
I feel like I can upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, doesn't mean I think he's co-tight. I just think I can upgrade.
All right, our next caller is Dane DeBacco.
Yo, Dane, what's up, buddy?
Dane.
Yo, what's going on, cousin VG? How you guys doing?
Good,
What's
brother.
up?
Good to see you, pal.
Likewise. Listen, it's the sad part is it's like religion is gone now, right? We went to the game, big tailgate. My brother made the Sunday brajol. We had it going, okay, before the game, getting it all ready. And it was just such a letdown. And it's like we all should have saw it coming. I mean, I know everyone keeps saying, oh, it's not like 2023 and how it ended. But it is. Like, we saw it coming. We kept it, just turning a blind eye to it. And we thought it was going to correct itself. And it just, you could have seen this coming from a mile away, really. And I don't know how much, I hear all the Petula hate. I get it. But you got to ask how much of it is on the quarterback, too. Like, what can and can't he do?
Yeah.
He almost came
fair.
into this season. He came into the season. It was very much like after the Super Bowl, and he gets the whole big Jordan deal. He reminded me of like Vince Vaughn from Major League 2. When he comes back, he's like the corporate guy. Like that's what he, I don't want it to, you hear the stories. He doesn't want to run now. It's all about preserving the image. But, you're only going to be a Jordan guy if you win championships, and you got to do whatever it's going to take to do that. So if that means running, you got to run the ball. If that means, throwing the ball in the middle of the field, you got to do it. And with everything on the line, I don't know how you don't just suck it up and say, hey, whatever it's going to take, we got to do it and keep moving. I'm not in that building, obviously.
No, but I think everything you say is fair and worth saying. Like, go back to, firstly, the reason why we choose to take a blind eye to it, and you're right, we should have seen it coming all the way. And I think deep down we did, but like, it's no fun going into a playoff going, yeah, they're going to lose. Like, there's a cap to what they can do. So, we're always going to look at it optimistically. But look, you're right about Jalen, too. Like, he's a part of the equation. It's not all Petulo. Obviously, he has the biggest slice. But Jalen's got to own some shortcomings, too.
Yeah, and I agree. I said the same thing you did, Cuz, which is this is on Nick first and foremost. You can't be a CEO coach, but then don't have the answers when you're called upon. So then what are we doing here? You know, what are we doing?
I keep
If
going
you want to
back
be a
to
leader
that,
of
Dane.
men, lead men, lead
Yeah,
men,
yeah.
you know?
And you got to figure
And-
it out. You come from that side of the ball, like, come on, dude. You're running your offense. It's your vision. You've said it 100 times. I need you to fix it.
It's saying I'll be more involved is weak. Oh, I'll be more involved. That's just weak leadership. It's like I'm in there. I'm taking over. I'm doing it. Like we just expected it. We needed more.
I'll let other people hop on. Last thing I just want to quickly mention, because I don't know if you're going to remember this, but back in the day, you did a 4-for-4 competition where you had like almost like a NCAA style call in trivia. I was part of that. You nicknamed me the missionary because at the time I was at Seton Hall University, and I was driving in. I was calling in people to become Eagles fans, and I got a couple people that didn't follow football and they became Eagles fans. But I think you guys should do it again. It was a great time.
I love
the
it.
show.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah. Love the show. You guys are awesome. Listen
Thanks,
to you every
Dane.
day.
You're the man, brother.
Thanks, Dane.
Take care.
Great to see you, pal. Great to talk to you again. I love it. And the missionary, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for people to go and spread the word, spread the gospel of the Eagles.
That's so funny. We got Uncle Frank.
Uncle Frank!
If I can get Uncle Frank up here.
Hello.
Oh, here he is.
Anthony.
I did it. I did stop you. I figured out Zoom. Come on, VG. Give me an attaboy.
Attaboy.
Happy-
Uncle Frank.
Happy New Year, squad. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, squad.
Too late. Can't
So-
say that now.
Yeah, really. So how do we go from the pearly gates down to the seventh ring of hell in 3.5 hours? Damn, I don't know. It was, it's frustrating. They
Because
led
we
in
were
time
never
of
really in the pearly gates.
No.
That's the
It
truth.
was a mirage.
Well, yeah, but we were thinking pearly gates the week leading up.
We think a lot of things.
I know.
I know you.
I mean, they led in time of possession, but they come out of the half.
35 minutes, Uncle Frank. They held the ball.
That one
Can you
drive,
imagine for 35 minutes? What'd you do with it?
How many plays for? What was that drive? They went like 25 yards.
Yeah,
Something.
10 plays, 25 yards.
So, I mean, what the hell happens in the locker room? Does the locker room drop in the Middle Earth or something? I mean, it's crazy. I don't know what it's like. Gollum calls starts calling the plays in the third. I don't know what happens in halftime. The other team adjusts, and they
Yeah,
don't.
it's usually right after the first couple drives. Like, it feels like they have a semblance of success, but like, I'm sorry, I can't watch their 2-minute offense. Their 2-minute offense is trash. It is
Johnny
the
Unitas.
worst. It's a
Johnny
horrible
Unitas.
2-minute. They have no hurry up.
Johnny Unitas, who invented that 2-minute offense, ran it better 50 years ago or whatever the hell it was.
I mean, I honestly,
Johnny Unitas. What, are you listening to those
Yes.
games on the radio, Uncle Frank?
No. Well, there was television, VG. I mean, I had to get up and press the button every time to change the channel, which you probably do now, best. So let me ask you, Anthony, I want to ask you directly. Do you lay any blame at the feet of the owner and GM? Because they won't hire Harbaugh or Belichick. They're going to want to hire someone that they can, the puppets, just follow the lead,
yeah, but here's my pushback to that is
Right.
they got 2 Super Bowls out of that. Maybe that works. They won twice.
Yeah.
2 different coaches. They won with
Yeah.
2 different coaches. No,
Yeah.
Everyone went, oh my God, you fired Doug Peterson. He won your first Super Bowl. And you hired who? Nick Sirianni, and he won.
And,
So it
sidebar,
tells me
and
that the common denominator is the front office and
GM.
they do a
Yeah,
good
and
job.
Andy Reid no one knew him. But I don't know. I think if Nick was asked how what he thought of his offensive execution, post game, I think he would reply, "I'm all for it." I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know where they go. I don't know how he's got to pull a myriad of rabbits out of his hat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Coach quarterback. You got to figure it all out. Figure it all out.
There's a lot of new foundation.
Again, he did it twice. So,
yes. I mean,
I'm sure he's got a third act.
If anyone can do it, he can do it. But he's got to reinforce the foundation on up. Yeah. And like you said, I mentioned a while ago, and I thought it was sharp. Maybe they changed the dynamic of the team, invest in the defense, right?
Well, you're going to have to. You're going to figure out, they're going to use their draft capital to go offense. Like, you need to tackle the future. You need a tight end. You're going to need a receiver, right? Like, those are all real spots that you're going to have to address. Like, I think this is an all offense draft.
I think they're pretty good at picking, a big kid from the Midwest, in like the 4th or 5th round. They've been pretty, so.
Although Lane Johnson was a top pick, right?
They developed, right? But
yeah, no, I feel you.
But yeah,
Dickerson was a 2nd round pick. Cam Jurgens was was a quality 2nd or 3rd. So
I think he was a 3rd. Yeah. So I guess orange and black and the Sixers.
That's it. Clap your hands. Let's go. Time for the round ball.
Come on, VJ.
Uncle Frank.
Yes.
No gummies today. You seem lucid.
Yeah. What's going on?
I'm good.
He's driving. That's good. He's driving. That's good.
I'm not. I'm actually parked this time.
Yeah, he's sitting in the car.
Yeah, here, VG. Check out my seat.
He told him to get in the car.
Oh, thank God he's got the dogs covered.
Like I told you at when I saw you guys at Molly's, you did a good Uncle Frank in Hawaii. I got to give you that.
All right, do it one more time. Let's go dueling Uncle Franks to end this.
Here we go.
Go ahead. VG.
Anthony, I guess we just got the Sixers, red and black.
Orange and black.
Look at I got shoes on today.
Let me, if I may sidebar, I almost bit my tongue off in a car accident when I was younger, and my tongue, a lot of times, I trip over my tongue. If you feel that. Well, never mind. Don't feel.
All right,
wait a minute. Were you driving like Jordan with your tongue out?
I guess I was.
Tungus.
Let's just say there is illegal substances, I guess, going. Yeah. Anyway.
Statute of limitations, hopefully.
Oh, my God. 50-some years ago. How's that?
There you go. All right, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being there always.
We love you, Uncle Frank.
Love you guys.
Love you, buddy. Uncle Frank. There he is. Fun talking to everybody.
Yeah.
We got 2. Oh, good.
Man. Yeah, we got 2 more.
Love it.
Sammy from England.
Let's make this a habit. Weekly habit. Get together of the friends. Samuel! Hello,
Anthony.
mate.
I was going to say, I don't know what's worse, Andrew's British accent or VG's impression of Uncle Frank. Then that wasn't his best bit of work there.
Come on, it's on the spot. Relax, Sammy.
I know it was good in Hawaii. I will give you that when he was on vacation. But I've got a few things, man. I was going to go straight in with my points, but I thought I don't know how to follow up from Uncle Frank. He's one of the best. He's one of the best callers you've got. He's just entertainment value, 100%, isn't he? So fair play for having such a real good caller like that, because he cracks me up every time, and I'm glad he showed the feet, because whenever I think of Frank, for some reason, I think of his feet now. After
You think of feet?
But,
you think of Frank? Uncle Feet?
Yeah, that's it. He does feel like he would be a cool uncle to have. Yeah, I mean, as you know, obviously the time difference makes it even worse for me. So I'm super emotional. And I think you and Mike kind of summed up. I don't know if I've told you before, but I've got bipolar, and you two are kind of like my bipolar opposites. Like with you and Mike yesterday, my heart was like you, angry, want to make all these changes, like agreed with everything you said. And then Mike was kind of like trying to be more reasonable and be like, give Nicky, it's not all blame it on Nick and stuff like that. The back and forth was gold yesterday. I really enjoyed that. But the points made were great as well. I could see both points. And for me, one of the biggest questions that I haven't heard anyone ask when I've been listening to all the sort of media availability is, whose idea is it that Jalen didn't run? Is it Jalen being Jalen and being stubborn, or was it part of the offensive coordinator? Was it?
So from what I gather, I gather that Jalen wants to dial back the run part of the game. Like, at least that's the word around Campfire, that, he's not looking to get hit as much, not looking to run as much, which is not uncommon for a quarterback that takes a lot of hits. But you as the coach have to get him to run in playoff games. Like that has to happen. Like, listen, I get during the regular season not exposing him time in, time out, but during the playoffs and in must game, like, you got to lay it out. Like, you got to run.
Yeah, I thought there was plenty of opportunities for him to run last night, and Sunday night, and then we didn't use Bigsby much after. I thought he had a good, when Tank came in, he did a few good things, and then just went missing. Not saying that Barkley wasn't great, but just to change things up. Look at what Kyle Shanahan did. They lose Kittle and they change it up, use different players, just to throw the defense off track. And I just didn't think we did that enough, and it was very frustrating to watch. And then I couldn't sleep because I'm angry. I put on a bit of the PHLY post-game show. Jamie looked as depressed as I've ever seen him. And then I'm like, the Sixers are on. I watch my Sixers. Sixers are winning, so I'm like, I'll go to sleep. This is going to be fine. I wake up, losing overtime. So I'm like, this has got to be one of the worst nights in Philadelphia sports.
Wow, that's right,
I know it's not a deep, meaningful game, but like, just seeing that happen, it's like Maxey not being clutch towards the end. Jalen wasn't being clutch. And I'm like, come on, guys, you're the two top athletes in this city right now. Like, everyone loves you two. Some of you got to come up big. And obviously,
Maxey's clutch though. Maxey's the main.
Yeah, I know, but I just think sometimes the last couple of minutes he doesn't always get the calls right, and that needs to change. But he's so good during the game, and him and VJ work so well. And that's the only hope, man. I was hoping I was going to come over in February like I did last year for a parade. Not happening. I'm like, am I going to come over again before the World Cup? Would I be over for a parade of a different sport?
Oh, my God.
All my chips are in on that now.
Get out of the second round. Let's go Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe I get a finals out of it. I mean, I'm not expecting them to beat OKC, but come on. Let's go.
Finals. Here they come.
Yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, no, I've loved what you guys have been doing, keeping it going, because it has been so depressing watching the Eagles these last several weeks. Like everyone said, we were just clinging on to hope that they would find a way and sort it out and things would change, and it never did. But yeah, no, been great stuff this past couple of weeks. I wanted to just big up for you guys. I respect all three of you and love all three of you, but everything you do, the BG stuff, everything has been great from PHLY and keeping me going.
Thank you, my good brother. We love you, man. How's Iverson?
I love you guys too. He's upstairs. He needs to go and get a fresh haircut. Otherwise, you could probably braid his hair. So he would. He needs to cut that cut. And then little Joel was not well today. So he's been
little
off
Joel.
preschool, or what do you guys call preschool? Like, what do you call it before? Do you guys call it preschool, don't you?
Yeah.
Before they go to school, before they go to
preschool.
kindergarten, year before.
Yeah, kindergarten.
So he's been off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kindergarten,
so
preschool. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got a bit of mini man flu. So.
Give him a hug for us, Uncle Ann. All right, buddy?
I will do. See you guys soon.
Thanks, my brother. Sammy, the best. Sam from England.
I love he's got his kids named after the Sixers.
Yeah. Iverson and Joel.
That's
the
great.
best.
Yeah.
The best.
Coach Mike.
There he is. One of the great football minds out there. We love him. Coach Mike. Hello, Coach Mike.
What's up, cuz? What's up, Mike? How you guys doing?
What's up?
I mean,
Are you guys over it yet? I don't think I'll be over it for another 120 days.
Yeah, I'm not over it. No, not at all. No, how do you let that team beat? How do you not move the ball against that front seven? Are you
Anthony,
kidding me?
you know what was telling, and you know what really upset me was the Chicago game. When I don't know if you remember, but Chicago, they were missing all of their starting linebackers.
Yes.
So it was said that,
Yes.
okay, we should be able to run the ball. We should be able to manipulate their young and experienced second level, and we weren't able to do that.
Yeah, I thought the two things against Chicago were Goddard, because they were leaking yards to the tight end, and the run game. VG and I were doing a show, Chickies and Pete's, and it's the same thing. You're spot on, Coach Mike. It's the same thing. You got no pass rush.
All throughout the season, we have seen egregious coaching. Now, we are hard on our teams here in Philadelphia, but when you have the national media talking to the poor coaching job that's being done in Philly, when you have the national media's attention, you have to wonder, what is it that they're talking about and doing in those offensive meeting rooms there at NovaCare Center? When I say there are just some things, just as a football person, that you just would not do, that the Eagles not only did, but they did over and over and over again. For instance, I'll give you a perfect example. Mesh. Mesh is a really great concept, especially for young quarterbacks. You have two interior receiving threats cross each other. You probably have another receiving threat sit somewhere right there in the middle, or do like a late crossing, and then you occupy the safeties to let the mesh play out. Maybe you have the running back leak out to the flat. That is a man-beating concept. It's a man-beating concept. You don't usually run that against zone. We ran that. We know that San Francisco doesn't play man. You know what's funny is actually Saleh was just on a press conference talking 2 games ago, talking about, we don't really match people up to man. We play
because
zone.
they can't. Right, they're too young in the secondary. They can't match people up.
Why are we running mesh into zone? That doesn't make sense. Also, we don't have good exterior blockers. I mean, talking about, even Goddard is not the best blocker. Calcaterra is a horrible blocker. And our receivers, they do what they can do down the field, but they're not good blockers at the point of attack. So why do we run tight formations as if we're Detroit or San Francisco? And even if we did ran tight formations to run the ball, because everyone knows as soon as they motion the receiver, as soon as they motion AJ in and he's tight to the line, everyone knows we're running inside zone, right? So they were keying on that. Where are the plays that come off of that? Jalen was under center 7 times in that game. Guess how many times we threw the ball from under center?
Oh, I know. Coach Mike, I was screaming about it. As it was going on, I'm like, tell him, listen, this is where you got to throw it. You got to throw. And they run it.
You have young linebackers. That's the perfect time to manipulate their eyes, run a play action, and then drag Goddard across the middle.
Basic football, Coach Mike.
We're running hitch routes into zone coverage that they know we're running hitch routes.
Let's repeat that play.
and then, so all that game was a microcosm of the season, right? You have a defense who gives you 2 turnovers. They do all right, good enough. But then you have the offense that can't respond, right? And then another microcosm of the season, you have one play to keep your season alive. You have Sirianni, you have Patullo, and you have our quarterback, Jalen. They know that San Francisco's going to run quarters. You're telling me they couldn't come up with a better play call than 4 verts?
Well, how about a play call?
Quarters?
Like, they think about it, right? They give you this focaccia saying that, well, we wanted to see what they were in and then call timeout. I don't think they had a play call. Right?
I don't think they did either.
And then Jalen goes to the sidelines. All right, what are we going to do? Right? I don't think Patullo knew what he wanted to do. I don't think Nick can figure it out, like what he was going to call. Like, he doesn't call plays. So Jalen's going, well, I don't know, give me something. Joker. 4 verts.
It's you have four receivers taking the quarters. You're telling me they couldn't run some kind of a dagger concept where the most inside guy runs vertical and then they run the outside guy under him?
I know.
Or even vice versa, where they run the inside guy.
I'd rather Jalen draw it up in the dirt. I mean, it's to that point where you go, what? Like, what are you doing? And then this is my frustration with Sirianni as the head coach, because he can't come in, he can't step in. Like, I need you to step in. Like, if you were billed to me as this offensive guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
receiver, right? College receiver, offensive coordinator in Indianapolis. He's gonna bring some offense.
And you can't fix it.
So on a deeper level, now you have to consider this. Why is the defense so good? Is it because Vic is some magician? The defense is good because you have a solid veteran coach who holds his players accountable. In Miami, didn't we hear news from Miami 3 years ago that Vic doesn't get along with the players? Vic he's too tough. He's too mean. You know why? It's because he has a culture of holding people accountable. He has a culture of the people who show that they can play are going to play. We had we signed a big time free agent in Huff, didn't we not? He was a lot of money, was he not?
Oh yeah.
Did he play? No. What about the linebacker we got from Tampa Bay? Big acquisition. Did he play? No, because it wasn't about who has the biggest contract. It's about who can play, who's going to make the tackles, who's going to be where I said to be and execute, right? Now you look at the offense, we have crazy amount of penalties. We had over 1,100 yards and penalties this year. We averaged 7 penalties a game, most of which were on the offensive side. You're not going to win games like that, right? So you have Nick Sirianni. Whenever, and it's almost the same, it's almost like this flip coin or the mirror image of Jalen Hurts. Whenever someone asks you about Sirianni and what are his redeeming qualities, you know what people say? Oh, he wins. He wins. Isn't winning an organizational thing? Don't we know that the front office has a say in that? Stoutland has a say in that. The defense has a say in that. So outside of just winning, what are the redeeming qualities that Nick has? He gets along with the players. Okay, did people really truly get along with Bill Belichick?
Right.
Did people really truly get along with Nick Saban? So I don't really need my players to necessarily get along with my head coach. I need them to respect him, and I need them to respond. And when you have a situation where the train is going off the rails, I need my head coach to be able to step in and do something and course correct. We saw it 2 years ago in 2023 with the whole Brian Johnson thing. We saw it again. We have a coach who doesn't have the ability to course correct. And even if he said, you know what, I take the responsibility, KP, he does a really good job, we're just going to go in a different direction. You can phrase it in a nice way, to shield your friend. He's doing a good job. We're just going to, I have a little more experience, so I'm going to, take over and he's going to assist. He's going to be right there. He didn't even do that. So you have someone who's saying there is a problem. Everyone knows there's a problem. He can't correct the problem. So what do you need to keep him there for? That's the deeper question.
I'm with you, man. Listen, I get frustrated with Sirianni. I do. He frustrates me. I don't think he's dumb, but he's not among the young, brightest coaches. Like, when you watch these coaches, you watch Ben Johnson and you watch Shanahan and you watch McVay, like, why are we settling? Like, it really is worth kind of discussing. And if you tell me that Sirianni's on that level, I just don't see it. I don't think people watch the rest of the league with that kind of closeness.
They don't. And do you know what I call coach speak that you do at the podium, where you you go around, you obfuscate around the point, you don't really answer the question directly. If I had a head coach who did that, but on the back end, I saw that they were doing something and they were fixing stuff and got results. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But if you're going to give me coach speak, and then the thing that we're asking about, the thing that we're hoping you address, you don't address, and then at the end of the season we ask you and you say, I don't know. Isn't that an indictment?
I know, and I felt bad for KP too. Like when KP's giving those press conference last week, he's like, "Oh, well, we've done so many good things," and like, "Oh, last time we saw you, you didn't get a first down." Like they went through epic stretches. Like, is it normal not to get a first down in the entire second half
of multiple games?
Is that normal? But your head coach, who's an offensive guy, presides over that stuff. You're telling me it's all the coordinator or the quarterback? Come on, it's not fair.
Not only that. At the end of that game, he's walking through the tunnel, hooting and hollering.
Yes,
like he just blew the Bills out.
Yes.
And AJ Brown's looking at him like,
yeah. I feel
hey,
you.
Coach Mike, I'll go back to you were like, oh, he could phrase it this way if he took over play calling. So I'm just going back to Dan Campbell's press conference when he announced he was taking over. And he said, it was just, let's try something a little different. Look, I know what I want to do. I know how I want to do it. And that being said, it's still going to be a collaborative effort. Simple.
Isn't that simple?
And he's a tight ends coach. He's never called plays before Dan Campbell.
And it doesn't villainize your OC, right? You still hold him at a high regard. But at the same time, now we know exactly who's calling plays. We know exactly who to put the blame on. That's true leadership.
Right. I don't think Nick wants that.
I don't think he has the ability to. I agree with you. I don't think he wants it because when he had it, he realized he wasn't good at it.
Yep.
And that's why he took himself off play calling duties. But he took 6 weeks to do that. No? He could hold himself accountable. He can run down the sideline and get in AJ Brown's face,
right,
and hold him accountable to get off the field faster. But you can't run to your boy KP's face and tell him, "Hey, we need one completed pass in this second half. we need more than 6 points in this second half."
Coach Mike, you're the man, buddy. We appreciate you.
It's always good to talk to you guys. Always good to talk.
Always great talking to you, buddy.
At least we live in this beautiful town, this beautiful city, this beautiful area where we have multiple teams that we can have at least a little bit of hope in that can distract us. I'm like you. When football season starts getting to the end, I start getting that empty feeling. I'm like, oh, man.
It's sad, man.
Oh, man.
I know.
So at least we have a little bit of time with these Sixers that are doing well. Flyers, this young Flyer team is exciting.
Yeah, buddy.
They're exciting. And then, before you know it, we'll be talking about Clearwater down there, spring training. So we'll see.
Sounds good, brother. We'll be with you.
I'll talk to you guys.
Thanks, buddy. There he is, the Coach Mike.
Ooh, we got a super chat from Fit Dad.
Oh, Fit Dad!
He says, I'm sure everyone has seen the video of Hurts looking confused at Patullo's last play call. Well, look at McKee's face in that same video. Even he was looking at Sirianni like, are you going to step in here?
Yeah.
And Nick's not. He gave a little head nod.
Oh, Lombardi? Oh, he's got 59 wins. Lombardi. Come on, man. Open your eyes and see through it. See it. You live it. See it. Is it normal to go through a season where they don't have first downs for an entire half? Where you lead the league in 3 and outs?
A 10-play, 23-yard
Come on. That's not normal. That's not good offense.
There's a part of us.
It's not just the OC and the quarterback.
But there's a part, I think, of it's human nature to be like, I don't think anyone thinks Nick's going anywhere. So we have to rationalize that it's
listen, it is what it is.
That he's not that bad to get us through
whatever,
it.
but it's listen.
You know what I'm saying, though?
I hear you.
Just to try and protect ourselves away.
I hear you, but, you've been through this before with Peterson. You saw it.
Yep.
I don't know why, again, listen, if you stay with him, all right. Like, I'm not going to freak out and lose my mind if you stay with Sirianni. Just don't tell me it shouldn't be a conversation.
Right.
because that is just it's just wrong. It's wrong. This whole idea of he's been to 2 Super Bowls and won 59 games. Well, there's a lot of reasons why he did that. There's a lot of reasons for that accomplishment. It's not him or all him. He's contributed.
Right.
But come on, man. Go and look. Open your eyes. Watch the rest of the league. Forget about the past. Look at the future. All right. Time out for back in the day.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah. All right, we got a little baseball in the brain, so I'm going back as far as I can. This is as far as I can with baseball. These are the first known footages of baseball, actual captured on film in 1898 by a guy named Thomas Edison.
No
Wow.
way.
Thomas Edison.
Yes. This is in Newark, New Jersey. Well, apparently, they're all amateurs. One of the guys rounding the base became an accomplished author, Zane Grey. I never heard of him.
2 balls.
Yes.
1 strike.
Yeah, so there you go. That's your first glimpses of...
You're great at that. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Coming up to plate is Mickey Sawgrass.
Yeah. Go get yourself a lucky strike between the innings.
I don't know if we get to get... I got to give props to 2 different people. One is McKeesport. It's a suburb outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The school district announced yesterday a 2-hour delay of beginning school today because of the nighttime Steelers game last night.
I respect that.
Yes. No snow, nothing. Let the teachers, parents relax and stay up late.
What?
Yes. And also there's
that.
There's a restaurant in town called Maughan, which I think got some Michelin notice. So it's impossible to get a reservation. They're done within seconds of being out there. Some woman was on a Facebook group selling the reservations. She made like 10, she figured out how to log into the system and was selling it. Apparently this is a thing all through New York City. There's a kid at Columbia who said he made $72,000 as a side hustle reselling restaurant reservations at high-end restaurants.
$72,000?
Yes. So the good couple over at Maughan found out, got rid of the reservation, and all 11 reservations this lady trying to resell them canceled them all. So I'm going to give props to them because I thought that was nice.
That's a great idea, though.
It is just good hustle.
That's a smart
There's
hustle.
actually a bill in city council right now. They're waiting for the mayor's signature that will ban
you can't
their software and third-party bots that
Yeah,
are just scooping up all the reservations.
You can't do it. It's not fair.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that'll do it for us. We love you guys. Have a great day. Go Birds.
We all silly like the mayor.